outside. It was clear outside yesterday. It started to rain. We got it clear, and now it's back raining. Mm, y'all know how the weather be. If you're a woman, you get it. Anywho, don't forget to shop Golden Elimination Parasite Detox capsules. These are my capsules. I take 4 of these every rising. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I had some Oreo cookies this morning. I think it's because it's the last day of my spotting, and I just got a sugar craving. But usually in the rising, I take 4 of these every day. Um, I take 4 of these every rising. These have blessed thistle, burdock root, calendula. Oh, excuse me, not calendula. Cascara sagrada, hyssop, prickly bark, prickly ash bark. Hold on, let's see. I forgot all of them. Blessed thistle, burdock root, cascara sagrada, hyssop, nettle, hibiscus, prickly ash bark, wormwood, yarrow root, yellow dock. And I did make a version that has oregano oil as well, but I did make them like that this particular go round. I'll be doing that soon. But yes, these are amazing. If I didn't mention hibiscus, it has hibiscus. Did I say hibiscus? But anyways, for these arising with 2 tablespoons of Chlorofresh. This is chlorophyll, but it has mint in it. So yeah. Hey girl, love you. Love you too, Jeff. Appreciate the love. Um, 4 teeth turn green. Chlorofresh. It's good for your insides. Makes your armpits stop smelling bad. And then usually after I take that, I usually would drink some cold water. Cold water. Oh no, I spit in this. Mm-mm. Hi, I'm Thomas Barron from the UK. What's up, Thomas Barron from the UK? Nice intro. I'm Euphoria from DC, Northwest. I don't like how you're eating this. Would you like to go out with me? No, I would not like to go out with anybody at this time. I would like to actually mind my business. But hey. People have a funny way of always projecting. Hello from Houston, Texas. What's the topic about today? Hello, Houston, Texas. The topic today is we're just doing a tarot reading and we're talking about eating healthy. Because you are what you eat from your head to your feet. You put healthy people inside your body, you get healthy results. You get sick people, you get sick results. Simple as that. You know? Did you see dark shadows last night? I see dark and light shadows every day. I see colors. I see all gradients of the color spectrum and the light spectrum. It's what it is. It's my eyes are crystals, so I can see everything. No venom in my spirit at all. I just have a lot of spirits around me that are like doing whatever they think they want to do. I did not conjure nobody over here. They be following me over here. I did not tell nobody to come over here. Oh my God, what? What have I done? Just stopping through, notice your feed. I didn't know that YouTube had this until about a month ago. Talk to you later. Do you see me now? I'm not looking for any spirits right now. My job is to not look for spirits. Ooh, all right. Still saw somebody though. Okay, someone's having a new beginning at this time. There's some kind of abundance coming through. Some kind of lover situation. There's gonna be an uphill battle though. There's gonna be an unlikely partnership between a kid and someone else. I'm no gangster. I'm just here shuffling cards. I'm not doing any witchcraft. I'm just here minding my business. We got a Hierophant getting some blessings, Taurus energy in the pre-shuffle. Would you rather have a dinner with Jay-Z or $500? I talk to him. There's also some blessings coming in for Queen of Wands. Hierophant still at the bottom of the deck. It's a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries woman. We have a King of Cups who might be facing some form of poverty, but after mastering or becoming some kind of celebrity, they might end up losing something. Mm. You ever smelled your hair and it just smells so good? I just washed my hair yesterday and I like did a retwist, but I ain't put nothing in it, just some oil and some rose water. Mm, mm, mm. It smells so good. Can y'all smell it through the camera? Because it smells so good. Queen of Wands card just flipped back up. Is about to go through a spiritual retreat. Oh, Queen of Wands and Capricorn or Queen of Pentacles is going to be on some kind of spiritual retreat because I saw spiritual retreat come out first. Or Queen of okay, Queen of Wands is going to go through a spiritual retreat, and then I saw this card come out. Meanwhile, Queen of Pentacles is going to be feeling like they're backstabbed. That's the order I saw it in, so I know how to read the message now. There's going to be some kind of blessing offered. That's the truth about this offer being made. Which happened. Someone's going to make a bold decision to make it through a portal. They're going to feel backstabbed for clout. And I saw this in reverse. Somebody is going to be coming out of a pit. There's gonna be judgment called on the Emperor energy, and the child is gonna be able to trick or face death or trick death. Be mindful and watchful of your children. Okay. There's gonna be some kind of Five of Cups renewal, a battle one, a success. There's an Empress in the energy, a mother energy, divine feminine mastering all four suits. Okay, so we have a vital source of energy after a death transformation. All eyes are watching at this time what's going on. There's a chariot coming, so somebody is moving forward in a situation. Maybe this Empress is moving forward in a situation. What's up, Jamaica? Jimmy, I forgot how to pronounce it again. I'm sorry. The King of Cups, I mean, the Knight of Cups, and a Hierophant Taurus. That's the truth. What about the truth? What about them? Devil energy, charm, magnetism, sensual energy expressed and explored freely. for spiritual evolution. What's up to you guys in Australia? Happy to have you. Your hair is cute. Thank you. Shouldn't you be in the field right now? Excuse me? What you talking about? What's the last card, Spirit? Some blessings coming through, but what's the last card? Like, it's gonna be shuffling. Star energy. Yes, manifesting from your imagination is so important right now. We have a high priestess. Okay, that sounds good to me. I don't even feel like doing a breakdown no more, but I got to. Mm. Okay. Okay, so we got a child who's tricking death, that's making a bold move for a Queen of Wands to have a new beginning. You could be this child. That's for your spirit. That's for ancestral family kind of thing. We have someone that's staying in their imagination for spiritual evolution. A Knight of Cups, trying to find or having a vital source of energy. We have this person coming to win a battle of some sort and taking an offer from a King of Cups for an unlikely partnership with a kid. So I had salad last night with cabbage in it. It was really bothering my tooth. All right, what was the number for that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. And first number is one, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Queen of Pentacles is finally getting some kind of mastery of a skill down, become a celebrity to come out of some kind of poverty, to finally get some kind of abundance. One, two, three, four, five. So we have, and that's the truth. This feels like a Discovery Channel special. Someone's coming out of a pit after doing a backstabbing for clout and having feeling like they're backstabbed and they're going to take a long time to get back up from this. What was the number for that? One, two, three, four, five. So four, five. That was four, right? Four, five, four, eight. Last number is Rich Rising. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, and the last story goes devil energy, some kind of charm or magnetism is being used by Hierophant, Taurus energy, to get somewhere through a chariot to move forward after some kind of death or transformation that they went through. They're trying to get back to an empress, a mother energy. This person could be pregnant. This person could just be a master of all four suits. Could be two people, the same person, could be one person. So that they can finally reach their emperor position. Judgment is being called on them. They will have a spiritual retreat if they make the right decision in their lover situation. So hopefully that Taurus Hierophant energy makes the right decision and goes towards the Empress Mother energy. And they'll get their spiritual retreat when they do the right shit. But they gotta go through an ego death. 98445 are the numbers. Says the high priestess. I give you a double potion of my spirit. You have calmed down, master baiting. Wow, thinking about your love and things we may have to fight, or you may not have, or you may not like talking passionate truths anymore. Hello, I'm doing a documentary on people doing live with zero skills. Not you. I'm new to this space. Been on 8 lives. I found one that's interesting. Well, I wonder what brought you here, buddy. All right, wind activation. You'll be feeling activated soon. Whenever you see the wind blowing outside. Volcano volatility. So somebody's feeling really passionate right now. Sensual seduction. Sensual seduction. I'm gonna take my time. She gonna get hurt before I'm gonna take it slow. I'm not gonna rush the stroke. If you don't know by now, doggy dog is a freak, freak, freak. I keep a baby with me 7 days out the week, week. Music and harmony. We got the ancestors, generations coming out. That's why I look dead outside, dummy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mama Gaia is here to nurture you through the situation. You will get your rainbow blessings. You will have a new beginning, thank God, and you'll have vulnerability in the meadow, island, solitude. Why you got an ice cream scoop in your head? I ain't got no ice cream scoop in my head. Stop playing. Tina Cooks, please smile. I can't smile. People being stupid. Everybody fucking up their own sunshine. People be dumb. It be so sunny when I wake up, and then every time I wake up, I be like, all right, let me make sure I'm good. And if people just be like, yeah, I'm better, and then be looking at outside like, damn, I gotta walk outside in the rain. Yeah, stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you fuck up your own blessings? And I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, why would you do that? If you got a house with security on it and you see people climbing up your house, what you supposed to do when people climb up your house? Tell them to get off the top of your house, right? But if your house is already small and people already live above you and you're in an apartment, what do? You let them live where they live at, but you don't move people around by yourself. When somebody gets a new parking spot, you don't park in their parking spot just because it was your old parking spot. Today's lesson is when you're given lots of responsibility, sometimes it's hard to actually act out your responsibility because some people who had that responsibility prior to you might not be appropriated into seeing other people in that same position. Or, sometimes people do want to see you in that position, but other people aren't ready to accept it. Some people might try to act like they want to help you, but they're just eating off of your plate. Yeah, it's a lot of frauds. So today's lesson is be mindful, be aware. But after you keep showing people that you're the real deal, after a while you just gotta like let them see with their actions. Sometimes you don't even have to fight people back. Just let them suffer in their own bullshit. No sunlight, rain. They can't cut the grass now. It's raining. It's nasty outside. If you ain't got a car, you gotta walk now in the rain. Like, and whatever you do to people come right back to you. So. Somebody's occupation has changed. Fuck you, fuck them, and fuck your friends too. Somebody's concerned about somebody's change and somebody's traveling. And beating up people ain't gonna make your pain go away. That's another thing I wanted to add in there. Okay, I'm just checking in on everybody. So somebody's reaching achievement. Yep, them men is going at it for no reason. They need to just sit the fuck down. Because obviously your way is not the way to sunshine. So it'd be nice if you could just sit down and stop hitting everybody in their face and just humbly bow out of not being the king of this jungle because that's not your position. Would you ask me where am I from? I'm from DC. Welcome to DC. You know where you're at, the USA cap. We taking this lightly, ain't taking it lightly. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. Oh no, I'm not sleepy. I'm actually quite okay. I just had to look into everybody else's eyes because somebody's beating everybody else up. And that's why it's looking crazy outside because everybody in the city is not playing. Like, we've got stuff to do, and people out here playing games in people's faces, trying to move energy around, hack people bank accounts, steal people's money in the morning so they could go to work. Like, people tired of that shit. All that scamming shit is done. Like, there's no secrets anymore. Like, we're outside. It's no more spirits, secrets. Like, we looking at your soul. We know what you really got in you. We know what you really got on you. And we're gonna need y'all to start being who the fuck y'all are. If you closer to death than life, everybody knows you can't hack your way into being on top of somebody else. Everybody can see you. So everybody's getting tired of people trying to be on top. That's really not, you ain't got it like that. You gotta steal from everybody to have it like that. That's not cool, bro. You're gonna get checked every time because nobody got time for that shit no more. Like, we really over that shit. Like, we really need you to lay the fuck down because people really getting irritated. People got actual missions to be celebrities, imagine their life, conjure their life from spirit. They ain't got time to be sitting here underneath you because you got a 9 to 5 and you fucking hate your job. It's creative as individuals that's 25, 24, 23, 22, 14, 10 that got shit that they want to do with their lives that they can do. And old ass motherfuckers that's 35, 32, 33 trying to control what the youngins doing. Y'all gotta roll the fuck out. Y'all in the way. Y'all fucking up everything. It's people in prison that's allowed to do more stuff than people outside because people see their spiritual ranking. They still in prison, but they got a high spiritual ranking, a high spiritual calling, and they're balanced in the way that they operate. They're not in there causing havoc. They're really protecting people. It's a lot of people in prison that become judges of spirit because you have to become a good judge of spirit. When you're in prison, if you don't, you gonna start rotting. You gonna smell rotten. So a lot of people need to learn back the fuck up, live your life, stop trying to be on top of other people's lives when you don't understand people. Like, people really think, oh, I live on the third floor, I'm above somebody. I live on the fifth floor, I'm above somebody. Like, no, your spirit could be pissed the fuck poor. Because if you don't understand how to let other people do what they need to do and you do what you need to do, then there's still something wrong with you. If you're trying to stop and block other people's spiritual alignment. Other corporate companies, they learning to also humble themselves. Just because you're a corporate company don't give you the right to run around and stab everybody in the neck and steal all their energy every morning. So now the people that was mowing the lawn this morning, they can't mow shit. It's rain outside. What you about to mow in the rain? Spirit don't play with nobody no more. It's coming to that point. I do have Apple Pay if you would like to send me some money. We always accept money over here. But your spirit's not playing with people no more. Yeah. Spirit stopped playing with people a long time ago, but like this is like really like y'all saw me pull the judgment card earlier. Spirit is not playing with y'all no more. Like, judgment day is every day. Judgment day already happened, but judgment day is every day. Like, What would sending money be for? For me and these cell phone bills and everything else. I'll get my time and my energy. You better pay for it. But anyway, yeah. So people starting to realize that spirit not playing with y'all. My Apple Pay, I gotta give y'all one of my other numbers because I have two numbers, but I don't know what the second number is. So give me a second. But yeah, spirit not playing with y'all no more. Spirit really wants y'all to like clean up your act and start treating people with respect. If somebody has a higher ranking than you because of what their spirit does for the entire world, you gotta accept that. I gotta accept that it's people that's older than me, but I gotta take care of them older people. But if them older people start disrespecting the fuck out of me and chopping me in my throat, they gonna mess up everybody's energy. Cause what you do to me, I'm like no lie on my soul. I can't make this up, and I'm not saying this to humble nobody or scare nobody, but I'm like a human voodoo doll. So whatever you do to my spirit, you doing to the whole world. So if you keep on trying to stab me in the side of my neck, everybody got to feel that shit. And when I finally move back into my own aura, and I say it's Sierra's energy, everybody that was doing that to me got to feel what they was doing to me. And you got to feel that for however long God say you need to feel it until you stop acting like that. Y'all can't keep putting your hands on people's children. Y'all can't keep putting your hands on. You're not nobody's mother, but your own child. Beat your child and tell your child to keep their hands off everybody. I don't even gotta beat my son. I be looking at him like, look, hey, keep your hands off everybody. You know, karma is a bitch. It's gonna wrap around and smack you right in your neck. You keep hitting people, you gonna get hit. Leave people alone, baby. Stop touching people. You got bad friends. Get the hell away from your friends, because whatever's going on in their life gonna happen to you. Don't bring your kids over here if you don't want them to be morally judged. Don't bring your kids to my house. Don't have your kids hanging around me if you don't want your kids to learn how to have a spirit. Yeah, if you want your kid to be a bully, cool. Just not in my house. I don't operate like that. You want your kid to be the biggest bully on the bullyard? Yeah, that's cool. Not on my house, because I want your kid to have some respect for people who have a higher spiritual ranking. If I see that your spirit is helping me out, I'm gonna bless you. But if you some, oh yeah, I need some energy because I got a heart palpitation. I almost had a heart attack the other day because your ass was doing some shit you had no business doing. You trying to be on top of somebody else's business that ain't got nothing. Some people's frequency is higher than yours. Just because you're 90 years old, don't mean that a 20-year-old didn't already elevate past your level of consciousness. You could be 90 and still worrying about money and life insurance, but a 20-year-old already understands cosmic vibration, sound, light, frequency, purple, red, blue, ultraviolet, pink. But people can't conceptualize that younger people understand more things about spirit because they so focused on how can I survive? How can I survive? Meanwhile, other people out here thriving. Other people out here thrive and think about frequency. We're not thinking about vibration and money no more. We're not thinking about how rich we are, how old we are, where we live at. We're thinking about vibration and frequency. We're not thinking about, oh yeah, I got the Ferragamo belt, so I'm cooler. No one cares about that. The people who are spiritually aware, the children who are spiritually aware, they're already they swimming in frequency. They swimming in sound and light right now. They're not worrying about being muscular and beating people up and wrestling and yeah, hacking. I'm hacking you. No, who the fuck hacks people? How can you hack someone else's soul? How can you be someone else besides yourself? Why do people want to be everybody but themselves? Like you want to be Beyonce. I don't want to be Beyonce. Hey Beyonce, you're beautiful. I love your energy. And now I want to go back to being Sierra. Like, hey, friends that I know, that I appreciate your energy and respect your energy. How are you doing today? But I'm gonna go back to being Sierra. But being around other people who don't understand that, who want to always fight, smack each other upside the head. Oh, I'm the biggest bully in the neighborhood. That's why your ass is driving in the rain and you could potentially get into a car accident because now you got to get bullied by the universe because you don't know how to keep your fucking hands to yourself. Now you gotta get bullied by your peers because you don't understand that you're not supposed to do that. Just because you're a man, don't give you the right to put your hands on another woman because you feel humbled. Did you forget that you grew in a woman's pussy for 9 months before you got the chance to even breathe life? And that woman had to make the decision to not get an abortion for you to be here? Respect your mother. Every woman is your mother. Respect your daughter. Every woman is your daughter. Respect your niece. Respect your sister. Every woman is your niece or your sister. I respect my brothers, but I lightly tell my brother, hey, brother, I'm giving you peace today. But if you don't want to accept my version of peace, you can politely go find another womb to occupy and live it and breathe in. You don't have to be in my womb. You can go to another womb, another space. But if I'm the biggest womb on the block, I can just politely tell you, hey, I'm the sky, but you can go live in that house over there because I can't let you be outside in the sky because clearly you don't even respect the sky. You're so stupid. You try to knock the sun out the sky, and now we have to sit here in the rain because you don't want to respect what some shit you can't you can't even conceptualize that the frequency of some woman could be more high frequency than someone else that you know because you just haven't met that person on their frequency level yet. And you're not supposed to because that's not your wife. That's not your life. You get to enjoy the sun, but you don't have to touch the sun. You understand what I'm saying? Like we all get to be underneath the sun, but we don't have to always touch the sun. Everybody can't touch the sun because everybody don't have the frequency to bear the heat to touch the sun. But we all get to enjoy the sun's beauty, but we can't all touch the sun. You know what I'm saying? We can all look at a tree, but everybody can't climb that tree. Because if somebody else try to climb that tree, you might be so old you fall down and break your fucking neck. I'm not saying nothing to humble nobody. I'm giving you nature. Just because you're older don't mean you get the right to experience everything because God's letting you know you're getting closer to being the roots, not the leaves. And you have to allow the people who are already there to do their job while they're here. Because I'm pretty sure someone who was 50 some years old had the opportunity to feel like the sun goddess at one point, run the whole entire earth and plan it through their womb and all that good stuff. This is something that's passed down ancestrally, I'm pretty sure of. But at the end of the day, the understanding of science, spirit, and life, if you can't conceptualize it, that's on you. But I gotta stay on my bully, because if I don't, look at what we all gotta experience when you put me down. Like it was literally sunny this morning. Look outside, y'all. It's raining cats and dogs. Cause this morning I woke up, I'm minding my business. People just started trying to trample me. I'm like, what the hell's going on with y'all? Y'all blocking the sunlight. Y'all okay? Be the clouds. Have a bad day. That's on you. The sun's still shining. The sun still got it. It's just covered up by a bunch of clouds. So people need to learn to appreciate nature without trying to destroy nature. See, when people come over here and they cut the grass, that's cool. But the people who cut the grass can't cut the top of the trees because they don't have the right equipment. They don't have the right pulleys. They don't have the right crane to lift them up to touch the top of the tree. So they're not supposed to touch the top of the tree. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people just don't understand. Like they be trying to overstand, but they still haven't understood or understood what's going on outside. And they could be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and still not understand what the hell's going on. Because God didn't want them to figure it out in their lifespan because it was for the other generation to figure it out and for the other ones to appreciate the growth of the people that they produced and they get the chance to support while we build the new earth for our children to exist in because we're not existing in the world that you existed in where slavery was okay and whips and chains and naked women walking around being abused and raped by people just because of their racial background, dictators cutting people's toes off and shit during war. Yeah, we're graduating past that concept that you lived in. And we're now building a world where we respect children for being free thinkers because their imagination is what's helping us have a beautiful world. We're moving into that vibration, that frequency. So if you're still in the frequency where, oh, but when I was home, someone cut down my toe and cut off my finger, and I had to listen. That's not what the fuck going on no more, baby. You gotta move a fuck around or go back to wherever the fuck you came from because we're not doing that no more. We're sitting here trying to manifest something beautiful for our children to be in where we don't have to worry about, I hacked you, I'm killing you, I'm standing on your neck. That concept needs to die. That's why when you get on top, it looks like it's death outside because your concept and the way of thinking is death. You're not thinking about life and eternal existence and coherence with people. And whoever this message is for, I'm not shooting at anyone's particular doorstep, but whoever the message is for, you need to learn to respect that there's people who are spiritually ranking higher than you. Just because you can climb to the top of the tree don't mean you're supposed to be up there because you might get to the top of the tree might break and rot because you don't know how to water the tree. I'm just saying this. I'm setting this to everybody. This is what I'm channeling through spirit. This is what I was told to say. I'm not bringing this. I'm not reading it. It's just coming straight to me. It's like as soon as I look at a person, God telling me to say something to them. You need to sit down and let the young people do what they got to do and enjoy the blessings of still being able to experience it. The eternal now. You could be in everybody's asshole if you want, spreading them wide. Everybody ain't got to live like that. Everybody cheeks ain't spread that wide open just for them to have a good life. Everybody ain't got bend over at an 80-degree angle or 45 acute angle with their feet 50 feet apart. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gotta throat goat their way to the top. And just because somebody is a throat goat don't mean that they want to be a throat goat for everybody. Like some people really just want to do that for their husband and person that they like, that they dating. Just because they did it one time before don't mean they want to do it to the whole city. Okay. So now that we understand that everybody has an array of colors in their rainbow that they like to experience, and that they might want to experience those things in moments with only their people, we have to now understand why it's raining outside, but it was sunny a few minutes ago. Nothing is that deep. Our aura is most powerful when we release our false strength. No, no, no. Everything is that deep. You got to understand putting your hands on a child that don't belong to you ain't gonna make sense. You can politely tell a kid, hey, you're with my kid. I need you to sit the fuck down and chill out real quick. Cause you making me look bad and you in my space. And I look at your parent and say, get your stupid ass kid, cause they acting like a nut. And take your stupid ass son in the house, cause he acting like a nut, fucking it up for everybody. And take your stupid ass in the house. But I could say it politely by just looking at you and saying, but you should understand, because you know how black people talk. We talk with our eyes. Respectfully. Last night I was outside in DC. I was hanging out with a friend and I rode home on the metro at 11 p.m. and made it back home about maybe 1 or 12. And when I got home, it was a bunch of police officers in my neighborhood. You see, I don't like to brag on anything, but when I was in jail, they figured out my spiritual ranking because they tried to do certain stuff to me. But when they would do it to me, it would make everybody sick. And they couldn't understand why. Because some people, like I said, are like human voodoo dolls or really walking karma. Whatever you do to them, you're going to experience it. That's why I don't put my hands on anybody. I just politely try to tell people, hey, whatever you do to me is going to come right back to you. So, I mean, I'm going to let you, do your big one and show off because I'm walking karma. So you keep on disrespecting my spirit. And when I finally close my doors and I let you, finally get your big one off, then you feel it back at you. Like when dudes on the bus be trying to touch me in my asshole, like, disrespectfully, like just put their energy all up in me because like, ooh, good energy source. And they try to plug in and then I close everything off and then they start feeling like something just ran up in their ass right afterwards. I just be looking like that's so funny because the way karma be just karmifying people. It'd be like, oh, you don't like it when people do that to you. Oh, you wanted to ram your energy all up in somebody else's root chakra and just, ha ha, this is funny. Look at me. Hey, y'all, look at me on the internet. I'm trolling. And then when they close off their portal and it happens back to you, then you sitting there looking like, oh shit, I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, everybody was watching you the whole time. Now you got to feel what you just did to somebody else while everybody's watching you. You thought it was cool showing off in front of everybody? Well, now you're the main attraction and you look like a fucking idiot. You look like a dunce. Don't do that. Don't touch women. Everyone's your mother, everyone's your sister, everyone's your daughter. Why would you want to put another woman in that position, in that predicament in public? What about that made you feel like a man to degrade a woman in public? What about putting your dick on the top of a woman's forehead that is not your wife make you feel powerful? What about being a woman and taking away another woman's purity and peace make you feel like a stronger woman just because you older or you live above them? If someone has a job to radiate a certain frequency to the whole entire world around them and you keep on trying to block that, what makes you feel powerful about that? People have to really start looking in the mirror at themselves like, damn, I don't like how this feels. Yeah, that's how your energy feels to other people. That's what you do to other people. That's how you make people feel. I don't make people feel like that. I'm a mirror for you to realize that you shouldn't do that to people. And I don't have to lift a finger to do it. All I have to do is just close my doors. And now you get to experience what you just put me through. I don't have to do anything. You're going to feel that. And that's for children too. You keep touching my son for what? He didn't do anything to you. It's not him. Oh, that was her son. Yeah, because he be on go. I be seeing him outside doing his thing. He's minding his business, just being a kid. He's not fighting. Like, he's not fighting no adults. Marcel, what are you doing? Yeah, wash that off. Who you on the phone with? Get off the phone, child. Gotta get your ass in trouble. Stop playing. Marcel, you heard what I said. Stop. He don't understand that his friend is really karmic and the father is really stupid too because the father be getting mad because I'm like, your son over here trying to like stand on adults heads and stuff. Can you come get your kid out of my neighborhood? And he don't ever want to pick his son up. He always want to be like, oh no, yeah, yeah, I'm the man. Like, bro, this man been trying to date me for like I don't even know how many months, and it's like, dude, I don't want you, I don't want you around my kid, I don't want your son around my son anymore either. And I don't think my son realizes every time he hangs out with that kid, something bad happens to him. And then I gotta pay for it. I gotta pay it. And it's like we had the sunlight over here, we were chilling, and then your son came over here smacking adults. And I had to like, hey, you in my neighborhood, chill out. Hey, like, little boy, really, chill out. Like, chill out. Telling his dad, hey, chill out. Like, really, get out, get out. And my son's so used to being over there that he basically is allowing this man to make him feel like, oh, without me, you can't see nothing. And it's like, no, that man really is trying to like be you. He can't understand that concept yet. So I had to turn their cameras off, you know, turn his TV off. Cause you're not allowed to be on my TV screen if you acting like that. Cause you messing it up for everybody. That man has authority too. Authority to teach kids how to act up. No, women are supposed to be able to teach children how to act in their homes. Men our providers. Oh, did you just see all them dark spirits? Oh, child, I just seen them dark spirits come out of the damn house. Oh, child, spirit so damn dark, he can't even see his own self. And all you can do as a mother is just sit there, lonely mother gazing out of the window, looking at her son that she just can't touch. And all that's running just ain't helping at all, 'cause he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. Another body laying cold in the gutter. Listen to me. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Like, some people really be hating on the fact that other people, you got Jesus in your home. I got more than Jesus. I got the spirit of life in my house. You need to block energy from false mothers. Very toxic. Who you talk about, me or somebody in my space? Because I'm very much giving mother. But like you see, this man, he's keep trying to climb. Like the man just keep trying to climb on top of me, and it's just like, bro. Like this man calls himself trying to beat another boy's father out of his life that's active in his life that actually does give him money and stuff, even though he's in prison. This is I want to give y'all this perspective, right? Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more about myself. So my son is 14. His father is 31. He'll be 32 next month. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in November, right? So we're about 9 months apart in age. My son's father's been in prison most of my son's life, on and off, because he was like 16 when we had our son. So he's still figuring out his life. His family came from Liberia during the war. So they're a little bit, rough around the edges, But they very much are against stealing and all that other stuff. But he didn't grow up in Liberia, so he didn't understand that in Liberia, if you start stealing from people, they be like, rebel, rebel, rebel. And they just cut the boys' hands off, stone them, and all that shit, because they don't play that shit about stealing people's stuff in Africa, because they got to work hard as shit for their stuff. So they don't steal. They don't play that. So he learned from people in America how to steal. Eventually, when he was dating me, because of the way that my karma is set up in the world and the way that my life is, every time they lock him up because my energy was attached, they couldn't keep him in there that long because it would make a bad frequency for everybody, right? So they let him home about maybe a year or two. So he finally gets home, and the last time he got locked up, he wasn't with me anymore. He's with somebody else new. He tried to, stun on me, make me feel stupid, move on with the next girl. And he went over there with that girl. And he ended up getting sentenced about 17 years in prison. Soon as he got sentenced, this is the funny thing. He didn't get sentenced until the day I moved into my apartment, out of my grandma's house by myself. Finally, in my own energy, he comes over. I think he was trying to save me because I went to a wedding the day before, and I realized my friend's mother and all of her family was like literally trying to hack through my whole entire spiritual home. But I wasn't aware of how spiritual houses and the Kabbalah system works and all that, having like people above you and all that. So I'm sitting there at the wedding just thinking everything's cool. Whole time my friend's family is trying to take over my whole entire spiritual home, my whole spirit, my son's spirit, everything. So my son's father comes over and tries to pretty much clean all that shit out of my spirit. It's like, get these motherfuckers out my house. Like he outside popping this shit. I kept dreaming, thinking he was sacrificing me. Whole time I finally realized he was kicking in my door to get all these people out my spirit that didn't belong in my spiritual home because they were literally trying to. Girl, you're lost in this world, baby. I'm beyond lost. If I showed you where I was at in this world, you'd actually shut up. But you know, anywho. So with all that being said, you're on here to boohoo about your ex. No, no, no. I'm giving y'all life realization. So I'm good though. People are out here trying to attack my heart chakra because they think that that's going to stop their karma. You're going to keep going through the rain. I'm going to be sitting here looking at you like you look stupid because what's mine can't be stolen from me. So yeah. Are you from Florida? No. So anywho, He gets locked up the day after I move into my apartment. It's been about 7 years since then. That was 2020, 21. So it's 2026 going to 27. It's been about almost 7 years. He's been in prison. The one thing people can't fathom is the fact that me and this guy, even though we're not together, we have a kid and we have a world that we protect together. Each person's child is a world. So let's go ahead and get you the Ankh sign so we can go ahead and study that real quick. Ugh, I don't like to go through this lesson because I've done this on Instagram and YouTube plenty of times, but I gotta remind you people sometimes about what we are actually out here supposed to be doing. This Ankh symbol represents the uterus and the phallus coming together to make a whole child. You see how this looks like a stick figure kid? The head, the arms, and the legs. So, with that being said, the mother's womb would be like the head of the household, and the father's legs, or the father's phallus, the father's energy would be like the legs of the family. Now, women are known to have stronger hips and legs than men because we can do back handsprings and front handsprings better. Men are usually able to do tucks better because they have better shoulder strength because of how our bodies are naturally built. However, there are some women that are built without hips that have strong shoulders. Me and my sisters actually all have very wide shoulders and no hips. My mom has hips. We do not. My sister, my baby sister, is probably the closest one to having actual hips. But that concept will come into play and be very important later down the line. So when we think about this cosmic connection here, right? The womb. Imagine your uterus, right? And imagine the whole entire solar system, the world that we live in, right? The whole world that we all live in. Your womb, on the back of your womb, would have all 9 planets on the back of it. Let me explain. You see these chakras right here? Your body is your womb. As a woman, you are literally a walking uterus. A man is a walking phallus or penis. And they only show you 7 chakras because they don't want you to know about your knee chakra, your ankle chakra, and your foot chakras, right? So they teach you about only 7. They don't teach you about all of the chakras because you really have like over 140,000 chakras, which is what all the nadis are, which is what Asians are into. That's why they give you acupuncture, right? But they teach you about the 9 main chakras, which are the 9 main planets. And death, when you become the foot or you go into the black aura or the Earth star, is Pluto, which was at one point not even a planet. It was so far off from the solar system that we didn't even describe it as a planet, but it's the planet of death, transitions. And that's when you go down, when you're at the foot level of other people, when you become the foot, because people get to step on your head to stay ahead because you are no longer the top of the tree. You are now the roots that your family is standing on top of for the tree to get tall. Okay. But let's go back into the concept. The womb has all those 9 planets on the back of it. And the phallus also has the 9 planets on it, but it's upside down. See, most men don't realize they're upside down and women are right side up. And the only time a man gets to feel right side up is when he connects to a woman, and that's what marriage is. That's why a man's supposed to insert his penis into the woman and then it becomes erect and goes up, right? The alignment, because when he's walking, it's usually hanging down upside down. So a man who has no home is upside down. And he lives an upside down life until he finally becomes a husband and inserts his penis eternally into the womb, the tomb of his wife, and they have an upright marriage. And that's when a man can finally connect his semen to the woman's eggs to produce another unk or another world, because those alignments, those two worlds coming together, that man, the world that his parents created, which was like this, and the world that the woman's family created, which was always upright, because the woman's always upright, right? Because the pyramid is as above, so below. The woman is down because of the moon. The man is up because of the sun. But really, when you look at it, down would be the shoulders with the penis down, right? And then up would be the womb, right? The hips. but they always mix it up so that we're confused about where the sun really comes from and where the moon really but anyway, well, we're not going to get into that concept too much, but we know when we see the Merkaba come together that the man has the shoulders and the penis at the bottom, which is a hook that hooks into the woman's uterus, which is the upside down triangle, which is the hips, and then no shoulders, because the man's supposed to be the shoulders of the situation. But sometimes we find women like myself who have strong shoulders because we're in masculine energy, Sagittarian energy, which is a masculine zodiac. So people think that I'm trying to be a man, I'm trying to overstand stuff, but that's just my aura that I was given, which was a masculine aura. I'm a single mother. I got to be masculine out here. The universe knew that I was going to have to raise my son by myself. The universe knew who I was going to be for my family. I'm a life path or life path number one, original person. So I really can't help who I am. I'm sorry. It's who I am, right? So his upside down phallus and the woman's right side up womb come together. Those things, he goes in, whoop, they align. So his Mercury, her Mercury, his Venus, her Venus, which is crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, heart, all of that aligns to create a person or a new world. You live in your children's world. You don't run shit anymore. You are now a part of your children's imagination once you have a kid. People who are truly spiritual understand we die so that our children can live. So whatever we want our children's desires and dreams to be, we help them bring their dreams to life by giving our energy, because we just become energy at that point, to the children so that they can have an imagination that is conjured. But us as adults, we keep on trying to, hey, our system, our rules, it didn't work for us, because if it worked for us, we wouldn't have gone through slavery, oppression, and poverty, things that we've experienced throughout the time of life, because we were trying to run children instead of letting children lead us back to our spirit, right? So when those two things come together and align and we make a new human being, a new unk, a new eternal life to live in, we have to now realize our children's consciousness is outside of our consciousness. Even though we are older and our rings wrap around the kid to protect the kid, we got to understand they're closer to the source of life, which is the sun. Their rings are closer to the sun. They're our closest thing to the thing that keeps us alive, which is the sun. When we block children's consciousness, we block the ability to touch the sun. We siphon all the energy from the children. The children are walking around dead. And then why are you always on a video game? Why are you always on a computer? Why are you always on your phone? Because we've killed their spirits by trying to suck the life back into us so that we can bring our world back to life, but we're falling away from the sun. We're naturally orbiting away from the thing that keeping everything alive. So we have to, as an adult, understand that it's not for us to run the situation no more. Our children are supposed to run our lives. Our children are supposed to teach us what to do, because children are in their imagination. They don't want nothing but to have fun. Do y'all not realize if children were actually in charge, how much more fun everybody would have? I just want everyone to sit down and think about that concept real quick on here. If all the children were in charge, how much fun would we have? We had to live in the life of a child and what children wanted to do every single day without thinking about school, jobs, and all of that stuff. And we had to follow what children wanted to do all day. How much fun do you think we would have versus letting old, rich white people, old, rich Indians, old, rich Africans, and old, rich whoever else run the world? How much fun do you think we would have? My daughter is so smart. She's 8 and she'd be so on point. Exactly. If Jesus Christ didn't have to listen to his father and get crucified, how much fun do you think Jesus would have had, since you want to bring up Jesus? If he didn't have to sit on the cross because his dad said, hey, son, you have to sacrifice your life for everybody else to be happy. You need to die in front of the whole city for everyone else's sins so that everyone else can be happy, because everyone's too bad to actually accept their own sins. So we need you to die and feel all their pain so that they can feel better. If Jesus got to just listen to himself and be a kid and be born as a Messiah and just got to do magic tricks and create multiple loaves of bread and all that stuff, how much fun do you think he would have had? Just think about that for a little bit though. He's not doing anything. He's fine. I'm just waiting for y'all to sit there and sit with that though. Really. If the children ran the world and we didn't have to think about working or jobs or all that good stuff, how much more fun would we be having right now? The closest thing to the sun, the closest thing to spirit, if that got to run the world and we didn't have to, oh, what does the pastor tell me I have to do? Hey, say 10 Hail Marys and 20 Our Fathers, and that's the only way I could be forgiven? You think saying a prayer is gonna forgive you if you really murder somebody? What made you want to murder somebody? Think about that concept. The stress of the world, money, politics, racism, things that you love, ideologies from older people. Children don't think about racism. Children don't think about war. Children not thinking like that. Children think about food, hungry, titty, play, laugh, cry, poop, pee. We think black, superior, African, original, white, and powerful, white, supremacy. We think about all of that shit because we were taught ideologies to make us feel more powerful because people were losing their energy and their authority as they got older. So they started to make up fake ass rules for us to listen to, for us to fight with each other and give our energy to each other versus the children. They're born, they're like, goo goo gaga, da, baba, mm, yummy, dada, mama. That's all they thinking about. We teach children, you can't play with Johnny. Johnny's bad. Johnny learned how to be bad from daddy because daddy said, baby, when you get outside, all you got to do is make sure you step on everybody's neck. You don't let nobody play with you. You know what I'm saying? Because daddy got bullied when he was young. And that's why daddy joined a group of people to feel powerful. So daddy taught son how to group think. Daddy didn't teach son how to ideologize himself and be alone. So son doesn't know how to be alone. So all he knows how to do is try to group people into his group and stand on top of other people. But when babies were young, all they was thinking about was dada, mama, ah, I just want y'all to really understand that we teach our children to the boy come to the house, you must hack the boy nervous system. Don't ever let the boy get on top of you. You always go inside the man brain and you play game with them. We teach our children to be stupid. We we taught our children stupidity. We taught our children hate. We taught each other separation. We taught each other to degrade each other. We taught each other how to be evil. We taught each other to be only worried about money and status. We taught each other to be sexually oriented towards only feeling like sex is the only way to make you feel happy. We taught our children that sex is something that you use for pleasure and not just for reproduction and spiritual elevation and spiritual understanding and respect and honoring somebody else's existence. We taught our children that sex is something that you do just to make yourself feel good. Now, children do play with their private parts when they're babies in their diapers from time to time, but that's because they're around overly sexualized adults. You see, we didn't have to have these weird ass jobs that we grew up in. Most of us wouldn't even have our private parts tingling in the way that they do for the most part. So children probably wouldn't even be playing with their private parts in their diapers. But sensual action is a way and a form of release too. So then we have to look around the world. I look at the world in the mirror. I'm like, dang, I don't hate white people. White people cool with me. I go outside. I'm in DC last night. They was helping me get whatever that was off for me. They, oh shoot, hey, you good? Good, okay. But then there were white people who were like, oh, who she thinks she is? I went to DC. There were people in Metro who were like rude as shit. Yeah. Then there were people like, oh, you need help, baby. You need a smart trip. I got you, no problem. I've been in a relationship with a man who had multiple kids with other women. One of them wanted to beat me up. I've been in a relationship with a man who has another kid with another woman after me. She didn't like me at first. She wanted to fight me. She wanted to act like, His whole family humbled her. Eventually, one day she came over my house and I cooked her food, and her kids spent the night at my house. We're not friends, but if it come down to it, and I feel there's energy that need to be released or something like that, I'ma help. I've been in a relationship with a man who wants to have multiple baby mamas, but won't even let everybody meet and like have a conversation. But then wonder why everybody can't get along. Because they really enjoy the fact that they want to fight over them versus enjoying the fact that they all could like build and grow together and like do each other's hair and like boss up. So you can't tell me what I'm teaching anybody because I've learned all walks. My mother, she had a kid by somebody and he cheated on her, had other kids. Those kids ended up coming over our house and hanging out with us. She was doing all the other kids' hair. We was all in the house chilling, hanging out. Like, oh, that's the boy that's in between my little sister and my little brother. I don't know how that happened because daddy's supposed to be with mommy, but hey, we all here in the house eating fruit and watermelon. Like, I learned about polyamory and polygamy long ago. It was like whatever. You as a woman learn to like niggas gonna look at other women and that should just be what it is. You look greasy. You need to get the middle. You gotta like pick the middle. You keep forgetting about the middle. Just straight down the middle, not the sides, just straight down the middle. Look in the mirror and get straight down the middle. Yeah, that middle part really needed a. You need to get your mohawk together. The mohawk. But I've been around all kinds of relationships, in my own personal life and as a child. So you can't tell me what I've been taught. Because I've learned to appreciate white people. My great grandparents looked like they had to be white to pass to go to school. My great grandmother had light eyes. Her brothers had light eyes. They had to lie and say they were white just to get to go to school. Been through it all. You look beautiful, honey. Rub that in some more, though. I only got to 36. Ooh, you smell good, too. Thank the Lord. You understand cleanliness. It's next to godliness. Going fishing. Woohoo. That doesn't matter. Huh? That doesn't matter. They're getting me, and we're going fishing. Yeah, you're gonna have to go in the other room 'cause that's not appropriate at all. Doing push-ups, you see. That's beautiful, but that's still not appropriate. Oh, what I do? It's not you, baby. You just don't get it. And you left my door open. I don't like my door open. You tell me to close your door. Oh, So again, you're building a world with the person that you have a kid with. There can be people who want to stand in and help you all the time, but it's never the same as the actual people who are supposed to be on top of their own children. And it's hard to get children to understand those concepts when they're young, especially when people, and this is another thing I gotta highlight. The world we live in does everything to destroy the mother and the father's bond that actually regulates the child's nervous system, the child's mindset. This child here is ran by its father's penis and its mother's womb. When those two things become disconnected, the child becomes imbalanced. And that's what America works on doing every single day. That's why you'll see a man incarcerated. That's why you'll see a woman being placed in a working position where she has to be outside struggling, being masculine. But sometimes God has to show you that even when a woman becomes masculine, she can still be on top of her own energy as she's supposed to be. Sometimes men will try to put too much control over women that they have no business controlling. Again, some things are just out of your control when you lose your positioning in life, and you have to understand why God is putting you in a position to be a backseat player versus a front seat player. Okay. So, the concept that we all need to become more clear on is that everyone has certain positions that they play. The earth is the heart chakra of the solar system. Me knowing about my spirit and how it wraps around the whole entire earth based on my birth markings and the galaxies and all the wonderful things I see in the solar system, it's painful, but it's a reasoning for that pain that I have to experience. Because, see, when I have to experience that pain, wrapping my whole entire soul around the earth, the heart chakra of the solar system, and people have to experience the pain that they put on me once I pull out of their energy, you'll understand why you shouldn't hurt your own heart or the hearts of other people around you. God will put you around people for you to learn a lesson, no matter how old you are, no matter how smart you are, how young you are. God will try to humble me and tell me, let a man do his job. But if I see that that man is still not doing his job how I see fit for my child in the world that I'm supposed to hold in my womb, I have the right to stand up and say something. That's why we're supposed to get married before we have children. But that's a whole other concept that actually makes sense. Because seeing that vibration over there, uh-uh. But some people just can't respect that other people really are supposed to be where they're supposed to be at. I respect everyone's authority around me, but I also respect the job that I was given to raise my child, to help people learn, to teach. people who are even older than me, the weight of what I have to do is heavy as hell. Knowing that I can endure the battle of being in prison and jail and outside getting beat on by the whole entire city, all at once in my spirit, while still being kind to pregnant women and children and holding that space in my womb, understanding that about my spirit as a woman, that's a lot to hold on to. And that's why you need a man who has the mental capacity and the emotional maturity and intelligence to understand how to hold that kind of space for women. Understand how to massage a woman and not just automatically want to put your penis in their mouth. Understand how to massage a woman's soul and not just for sexual gain. Understand that it's not about you standing on top of my head and putting your penis on top of my forehead to say, this is my territory. Don't enter. But more so how to say, baby, I got it. You'll be okay. And then let the universe around actually prove what you're saying. Because when I let you control and then everything looks like World War III outside, I can't trust you. Because when I was in control, minding my business, everything was cool. But then when everyone else started fighting, and I said, hey, guys, don't fight. I got it. I'm up here. I'm chilling. When you keep telling the man, I don't want you in my child's life, I don't trust you, you're not a good person. And they keep trying to convince your child that they're a better option to be around. But they want to have things like Father's Day and Mother's Day without you. And they want to kidnap your kid's consciousness into their realm. It's like, how could you potentially or possibly be better for my child if you're not including me on important holidays? It's not making good sense. How that person could potentially be seen as a better option for my kid to be around. When on Father's Day, like all of that extra stuff that you're doing to prove a point is making me hate you more. It's not making me like you. Like I think some men really don't understand that when you overdo it, when I clearly say, I don't want you to step in, I want you to move out the way. I'm cooling. I'm happy. And then you continue to keep putting your foot in the door. It's like, are you purposely trying to make me hate you? And I feel like a lot of men do that because that's how they energy vamp you. She's focusing on me. Yeah, I can make her mad. If I can't make her happy, at least I can make her mad and get her in my energy. I want you to listen to me very clearly when I say I want you away from my child. I don't want you near me. I don't want you going to the pool and bullying children to get energy up off of them because your spirit isn't clean enough to understand that if a woman tells you no, that means no. You can't give my child guidance if I tell you no and you keep trying to push in. You're showing my child that spiritual rape and spiritual boundary overstepping is okay as long as you're a man with money. I don't want those principalities instilled in my son's consciousness. So that's why I'm saying no. And I have no problem with calling you and letting you know to stay the fuck away from my son. I'm telling you every day, spiritually, I don't want you around my kid. I'm spiritually having to remind my kid to stay away from your kid because every time they're hanging out, they're outside terrorizing the town, and police officers sitting outside of my house trying to figure out why the fuck the whole neighborhood is going through getting beat upside the head because your son likes to be in my authority and what my spirit does for the world and do stupid shit. And it makes me look bad. I can't have your son around my son because your son still hasn't learned how to sit the fuck down. That's the problem. Your kid thinks that being in my spiritual authority gives him the right to step on people's head. No, I only judge people who try to hurt me. who see my spirit, understand my spirit, know my spirit based on what spirit realm has told everyone who is spiritually aware, and they still try my sword. That's the only time that I become violent or aggressive. Other than that, I'm peaceful, minding my business, making music and laughing and giggling. I'm a kid. We're all kids. I put my hand on the stove to see if I still bleed, and nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free. We're still those kids we used to be. Hey, I put my hand on the stove to see if I still bleed, and nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free. You're supposed to get to that point. We're supposed to all get there. So when someone sees you in a free spirit and they start to hurt you and you pull back into your own energy and they realize what they were doing to you and they have to feel that pain. It's like, I told you don't touch me. I'm not doing anything. You were doing it to your own spirit because you were locking in with me and you had to feel your own pain. My spirit is free. Your spirit was still going through stuff. But when you hopped in my spirit, you felt your own pain. So you attacked me thinking it was your pain or thinking it was me putting pain on you, but it was your own pain you finally had to feel because a different frequency came in to reawaken your nervous system. And now you're sitting here punching me and kicking me. And then I pull back and you feel that spiritual ass whooping that you just gave yourself. That's what we're all supposed to be teaching ourselves is how to be calm and just keep your hands inside your own boat. Keep your hands inside your own car. I can look at you and be like, oh, that's nice. Oh, and look the other way. Look at you and be like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, you're in the wrong car. Politely go back to your car. But until we all mature, we're never going to know what we're talking about. So you're never going to understand me until you want to understand me, Ladybug. Until you want to understand that when you outside, you like, I'm clocking these bitches down. Yeah, I'm standing on business. That intention with your energy is going to lower your frequency. When you're truly in your own frequency, you're minding your business, there's nothing for you to worry about. You're just in your frequency, minding your own business. But then when you kindly ask a person, hey, you can send me money through Cash App or Venmo. You kindly let a person know, hey, I don't want to do life with you. I'm good actually. Yeah, this is my spiritual abundance. I would like you to go to wherever the hell you came from and take your energy and your aura back there because I don't appreciate the energy that you're projecting onto me right now. I don't appreciate what you're teaching my son. I don't appreciate what you're trying to instill in him by siphoning my energy all night and making it look like it's your own because I don't like your kind. And it's not me being racist, it's me being energetically aware of what your intentions are. I'll let my request be known right now. I don't want anyone around my son that's teaching him to be a bully. Because what are you bullying people for? Then you're going to start beating up people, and then you're going to have to get smacked in the face every single time. You be fighting the world your whole life until you finally realize every time I hit somebody in the face, it was me hitting myself. Well, dang. That's why I just be looking at people like this is my spiritual home. Why you keep running up in my house? We don't need God. We need to understand that we are God. We are creating our reality every second we decide to put our hands on each other. Every second we decide to look at each other and say, "You're not who you say you are." So you see, we all come together to make this happen. The man will always be upside down. The woman will always be right side up. The six and the nine come together for everything to align to make the kids. And then we build our world through our kids. So give your kids the best possible life possible, but don't make them bullies. Don't make them evil. Don't make them hateful. Don't make them spiteful. Please instill peace into your children's hearts. Don't instill racism into your children's hearts. Don't instill the love of money, the love of sex, the love of anything besides self, which is God, and understanding and consciousness into your children. And when we understand that as adults, as grandparents, as ancestors, the world will finally be able to heal and we finally get heaven on earth. But until then, we are all going to continue to suffer. We're all going to suffer. My 14-year-old just left out of my bedroom. But we're going to continue to suffer. until we realize our children literally, whatever they do, we have to pay for that karma. Our children, really, whatever they're doing to our neighbors, we have to pay for it. All the neighbors on all sides of the fence, on all racial backgrounds. Jesus can't die. No one can die for your sins. And I want y'all to understand that about religion too. Religion makes you put off your own accountability. No one can die for your sins but you. No one can live your life but you. You can't live in someone else's. We outside. You want to be seen outside and be a big spirit, but you in somebody else's energy. You coming outside dressed up like your mama. You coming outside dressed up like your grandma. You coming outside dressed up like your neighbor. Be you. I'm Sierra Monet Roberts. Euphoria. Herpes advocate. I'm me. I'm on top of the city because I'm me. I'm the girl that went to jail and had to hold it down for everybody and still didn't die while fasting for 5 days. I'm her. I'm the girl that had to walk down Union Street, excuse me, Union Station by myself, trying to get on the bus. And people realize, oh, that was the girl that we was all beating up last night. Oh shit. My bad. I ain't know that was you. I ain't know you ain't spit in his face. We thought you spit in his face. We sorry. I'm that girl. Yeah, I'm her. So that's why I get to walk around with my head up high. Not because I want to be anybody else or I'm trying to be on your profile or be you or take away your accolades. I did what I did for my life. I'm Sierra Monet Roberts. I'm Marcel's mother. I'm Emmanuel Belu Sumo's first baby mother. I'm Marcel Joseph Sumo mother. That's who I am. But why is the world trying to put their heaviness on my son's head? He's only 14. Baby, sit down, be 14. Enjoy being inside of a 32-year-old's aura until you have to be on the outside getting beat up. Stop putting your head on the line to get beat up. Stop allowing grown men to use you as they tank when they need to get the shit beat out of them for being stupid enough to put their hands on a woman. But I can't put that in him. Only a man can because he wants to feel protected by a man, not realizing that men run into women for protection. As much as they don't want to admit it, they have to. It's how life works. You have to run into a tomb when the end of your life is coming. You have to run inside of a building in order to avoid nature, which is still woman's energy. Because only men come through and destroy and start swinging their dicks around like swords and having a sword fight when women just want to sit down and cook dinner or cook breakfast. Only men do that stupid shit. We don't have dicks that we fight with. We're just chilling. Some of us are just really tall without a man. We don't beg for money. We give energy so we respect something that comes in return because money didn't even used to exist. Little vamp ski. Let me get the vampires up out of here. Because only a vampire could say something so ignorant. Because how could you come to a woman that's giving you energy in life and then be mad that you have to reciprocate with financial stability and security? When this woman's giving you all the energy you need to produce the job, the kid, the car, the contracts, the sun, the air, the breath. This woman's giving you a space to rest your soul in, literally a parking spot. And you think that you don't want to reciprocate that with at least paying for everything? Because that's all you guys care about, anyways, is getting money. That's what the world has told you to focus on, even though really all you got to do is put your penis in the woman and create children and be fruitful, which is putting your seeds in the earth and creating crops like corn, watermelon, cantaloupe. You're supposed to be a farmer. Understand that the woman is your plot of land. So I have to leave y'all with this because y'all men are on here trying to shove all y'all's phalluses into the portal, and some of y'all are too dark to even understand the light that is inside of my spirit and what I'm trying to portray to y'all right now. Excuse me. That's probably why I don't have money now, but people always come to me for energy so they can have money. I'm a hairstylist, so the funny thing is people will come and sit my energy when they on their way. I'm on my way to get my hair done. Like they always gotta text me, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. And I'm like, okay, cool, you're on your way to get your hair done. Sorry, hold on. So they'll sit in my energy for a few hours before they get here. And I usually always fall asleep before I end up getting my client to the door. And they do. Oh, you was just sleeping? Are you tired? Like they literally say stuff because they know they was energy vamping me before they got there. Because they need my energy to give their energy back to me. Because I'm literally an energy source. Do you see how golden my skin looks right now? I'm light energy. I don't have a dull complexion. I don't look like I'm dying. I don't have dark circles under my eyes. This is my energy. This is what I look like. Do y'all not see that? Like, y'all don't see the light radiating from my skin? The youth? People have to siphon my energy just to be able to give me energy while they getting their hair done. Because usually they come and get their hair done and they fall asleep. And it's not because I'm doing anything to them. It's just, you know, the sun don't complain about the fact that it shines on the trees and the trees get green leaves, but the trees also, got to go through fall and lose their leaves and grow more leaves next year. That's why most people get their hair done every 2 to 3 months when it comes to locks. Every season, get a detox. Wash the last season of bullshit off so they can get into the next season of life. That's how it's supposed to go. So your soul must be very important. I know my soul is important. I stated that already. But some people just don't want to believe that my soul is important, so they continue to test my spirit. And then when all of that has to fall right back onto them for them to experience my spirit, then they finally understand why they should have never touched my spirit to begin with. It wasn't nothing that I did to you for you to have done that, but you did it anyway. So your energy is a currency. You put energy in your job, and what do they do? They pay you for it. It's all about energy exchange and giving gratitude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And my job is to keep everybody alive on earth. So the currency that I give everyone is just time. People usually always are fighting me for more time. Like when I used to work a job, they say, "Oh, we just need a little bit more time, time." And they clock themselves into my spirit, and I feel them stabbing my solar plexus and stabbing in my throat chakra. I literally give more time. My grandfather looked at me and said, "You're gonna be here for a very long time, right? Because that's just what our family do. Like, be living to be about 100 years old. Everybody is almost 100 years old in my family before they pass away. It's just something that we do." But then people feel like, "Oh, that's the Hope Diamond is over there. I got to get some of that." It's like crack. So sometimes people don't want to be seen for who they are. Sometimes people just want to hide and be like, "Oh, I'm dying like y'all. I got bags under my eyes. Yeah, look at the bag under my eye. Look at that. I'm tired." Start dressing up as other people. You see that how I only got a bag on one side because I really can't. I can't be anybody but myself. So they'll try to tell you that they're not who they are, so they can preserve their own time. Just like you don't see millionaires giving out $1 million to everybody just because they got $1 million. So just because I got a lot of time on my side, I don't mean I got to give you time. Because if you don't respect my time, then I shouldn't respect your existence in my timeline. Because you're rude as shit. You're disrespectful. And some adults don't like to be checked on their behavior because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But no, you're rude as shit. You thinking that you got the authority to come into my energy and stab me in the neck because you uncomfortable in my energy. You don't even know why I feel like that. I'm holding somebody else in my space, and you stabbing me, but you stabbing them, and you shouldn't be stabbing anybody because the whole thing is keep your hands to yourself. God didn't give me this birthmark in the middle of my forehead for nothing. You're not supposed to come into my energy portal until you're ready to be able to sit with yourself. That's why I don't give everybody access to me immediately when I meet them. Because a lot of men cannot sit with the fact that they are fucked up people. A lot of women can't sit with the fact that they are jealous of other women for no reason. I love women. I be thinking women's bodies are so beautiful. I literally be on both sides of the spectrum. I love everybody. If you pretty, I'm gonna say you pretty, but that don't mean I'm gonna let you just touch all over me. Cause you're not ready to handle what I gotta handle every day. I'm trying to protect your spirit from the heaviness I gotta carry. That's why I can't let everybody in my life. Cause most people get into my heaviness and then they start, oh, that bitch trying to hurt me. No, I gotta carry that shit in my spirit every day because I gotta keep a lot of people alive that are going through a lot of shit. And I don't want to put that burden on your soul. But I have no issue with you. You look beautiful to me. If I was in my own spirit and I could do whatever I wanted to, I just knock on your door and be like, what's up? Let's do something. Let's have fun. But I can't be out here for myself because I'm not out here for just me. I'm out here for everybody. But I can't give everybody direct access to me because they can't bear the weight of being a judgment angel. People be making too many excuses for people when you know people wrong. You know that person wrong. You know what they did was wrong. But you still got to give grace so they could get it together. But you don't have to give that person a space in your heart because that can damage your heart. And to understand that level of balance, knowing that, hey, even though that's my kid, sometimes you got to get up out my energy because you got to get us both shot up off this airplane. The airplane can't fly if you not. Y'all know what it takes for to fly an airplane? To go into breathless state for over 2 hours for a flight? Child, we can't all fly on this airplane. You gonna get us fucked up. We gonna crash messing with you because you messing with my energy. I'm over here not breathing so we could all float, and you over here trying to stab me in my heart and spinning wheels upside my head and stab me in the eyeballs and all kinds of crazy. We about to crash, stupid. Get the hell away from me before we all die. Shit. Mothership can't save you, so your ass is gonna get left. If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but the theory's just the same. Oh, on and on and on and on. My cipher keeps rolling like a rolling stone. Oh, on and on and on and on. And the world keeps burning. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a day. The man who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. 'Cause it seems colder in your summertime, but hotter in your fall. Come on now. She wasn't saying nothing crazy. That's spiritual talk. You gotta really be able to understand what's being said outside. The fancy palm tree, thank you for noticing. But yeah, I can't just do what I want to do. If I wanted to do what I wanted to do, I'd be outside having sex with. I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. You know how happy I would be if I could do that. I really have a masculine spirit. I would really love to be down there doing that with you. You look beautiful, love. But I can't do that because I know your spirit can't handle what I gotta handle. Cause you be open and I'd be like, no. Cause everybody can't get more time. Everybody's not supposed to have more time because their spirit needs to go ahead and go through its transition because its way of thinking and operating is obsolete. That's why it doesn't get more time to exist because the way that that spirit operates mentally can't help us in the next chapter of life. So I can't open up my spirit to you because you don't understand that certain people can't be in your space. And that's not to her or him or them or them, it's to anyone who needs to hear the message. You too nice. You like the vibe too much. You giving too much of your time to people that's supposed to be expired because the way that they think is the reason why we ain't got no sunlight outside right now. Ooh, that shit just went up my nose, boy, child. Fuck. They think going up in people's spirits through their noses and stuff is going. You see what I'm saying? Like to have to handle that feeling like you got leeches and shit on you all day and trying to be respectful about it, but knowing that as soon as you hop back in your own energy, whatever just tried to get up on you, got to feel what it had to feel. That's why I can't allow everyone in my personal space. The way that you operate, and well, I've been here for this amount of time, so yeah, that doesn't matter. Because if you think that your time frame being somewhere makes you more acceptable for the job of judging souls, when you're allowing certain souls to bully certain people, I gotta hold you accountable for that. You can't do that. You don't have the right to go hop in people's mirrors and siphon their energy through the mirror. Who do you think you are? You're not supposed to be pulling energy out of nobody. You're supposed to be dealing with you. That's it. You're not supposed to be helping nobody murder people. You got to sit with your spirit. If God told you to stop murdering everybody, you still murder, you're not doing the right thing. And that's all I came here to remind people of. Being a judgment angel is not fun. You're going to feel like you on fire half of the time. Sometimes you want to have to hold the souls of people that really need to be on fire and they can't stand in their own fire. So they try to come jump up on you. You got to be able to feel 1,000 degrees of heat and just be looking like, damn, I can't help you, baby. I'm sorry. Gotta feel that on your own right now. I'm sorry. Gotta look at other people. Oh, damn, I really love the vibe that we had together, but until you learn the lesson, I gotta leave you down there too. Sorry. Sometimes you gotta hear the ambulance come get that person another life, another chance of breathing. But then that person's gonna be okay because they're gonna realize, damn, ain't nothing happening to me. It's just everybody else trying to attack me. But why did they attack you? Were you trying to jump on top of somebody's head you ain't had no business being on top of? Why you need the ambulance so bad? Because you trying to kill other people. Okay, so now the energy's coming back to you. You gotta sit in your own energy. Okay. But to know what's going on in everybody's energy by just looking at them, to know your mother's telling you the right thing to do and you keep doing the wrong thing. So now you got to feel that heaviness on your shoulder because you keep on trying to pull somebody else down when God just told you, listen to your mother. To know that you got an evil mother and still have grace enough to give her more time because it's other people that rely on her energy that are your siblings. Even when she tried to say things like, we selling your wormhole on the internet and all that crazy ass shit. Even when you know that person trying to push your grandma down into a hole before it's time for her to go down. And you still got to be polite enough to just look at her and be like, but know that she has a job too, and she might be judging spirits too. The balance of being in your own energy and just being on top of your own energy Looking at your sister and being like, I know that you know that your daughter is in my soul and we have the same soul, but that doesn't mean that your daughter gets to and you get to try to siphon and sacrifice my energy and climb on top of my head. It's not time yet. She hasn't learned her job yet. You won't even allow us to bond so that I can give her the tools that she needs and the gifts she needs. It's like imagine you the rich auntie and you got everything that your niece need in order to be the most stylish person on the planet. You got the heels she need, you got the dress she needs, you got the hat she need, the wig she need, everything she need, you got. But her mother, because of whatever y'all got going on, believes that if she ever got the chance to be around you, that something would happen that would destroy their relationship. Doesn't allow you to be around your niece. And this is on a 3D spectrum. So imagine how that could feel on a spiritual level. You know, you got spiritual gifts that you got to give somebody, but somebody blocking it, but they want to steal the spiritual gifts from you. It's like, dang, I know I'm supposed to be giving her this eye. I know I'm supposed to be giving her this kind of heart. I know she got this kind of psychic ability. She done told me stuff that she could see. She only 2 years old. He did it. He did it. She in her spirit until y'all brainwash her, put her down, and play with her pussy too much and get her all sexually roused for her to not even realize what's going on. Same thing that they was doing to me my whole life. You know, over sexually stimulating the female so she can't realize her spirit, her intuition, and her mission on earth, which is to judge people's spirits before they have access into her vagina. Every man should not touch every woman's vagina. Just because you a woman with big pussy power don't mean every man should be in your pussy. That's why I really don't like the industry. I don't like the idea of having to rap and any dude that want to listen to my song gonna be able to just vibe inside my coochie. That's why I'm like, when I make my music, I make it alone usually because all the producers they try to be up in you, right? So that people could use them as a vessel to get inside of your space. So then it kind of deteriorates your spirit because then you don't have the ability to say no. That's why I don't really like the 360 deals and the contracts. So people, she ain't having shit going on. That's why she can't get a deal. Like, no, I have shit going on. That's why I don't necessarily want a deal. You telling me I gotta let all them spirits up in here? Even the ones that be raping the kids and stuff? Oh no, baby. Oh no, baby. Fuck no. That's why I don't have a deal making music. That's why I rather make my own music. But to be able to really stand in who you are out here in this world, knowing that the whole world is trying to hope and pray that you give up on being yourself and being an individual and you run to the world for your riches and for your come on, I suck your dick for these cheeseburgers. Don't be a menace. Don't be a menace to society in the hood while drinking your juice, or don't be a menace in the hood while. Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood. Don't be a menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood. Okay, the movie with the Wayans brothers in it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got these cheeseburgers. Right. Forgetting to be in your own energy will have you outside looking like I got these cheeseburgers, and people won't really be thinking like, oh dang, that's all we got to do to get in that energy. All right, bet here. Boop. Here you go. Take this. Went to someone. I went to someone's house last night, and they really tried to like ask me to put my body on their body. And I told them that I needed to get tested first. And I told them that I wanted to go on a date and go get tested together. And I told them what I was going through before. And I let them know that I didn't want to do certain stuff. And they just kept asking me. And it was just like the disrespect for you as a masculine energy to keep asking a woman she wants to put your penis in her body in any of her holes in any fashion is crazy. Now I could play with you, you know. Foreplay is always a thing. A little cuddle, cuddle. I just want to sit here and just lay on you, bro. Like I had a stressful ass week. You had a stressful week. Let's lay down. You trying to get the whole thing started like you about to make a movie, and it's like, we're not doing that. I told you we need to get the Carfax up on this car. I need to see your Carfax before I get up in your car. Like, who been driving your car? How many miles you got on you? How many accidents you been in? How much permanent damage do you have on your axles and your bearings before I decide to start nurturing you? You know? Everyone doesn't deserve access. God gives certain people access for a certain time period for them to learn lessons, but everyone doesn't deserve access. And that's why certain females can't be friends with certain females. It's not because I'm a badder bitch, I'm a bossier bitch. It's just I don't know if you would close up your vessel. I don't know if you can handle how open my vessel has to be sometimes. I'm trying to respect you and your body. I don't want to feel what that feels like. That's not my man. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to know that in my heart or my space because I don't want to disrespect your relationship with that man. That's not my daddy. I don't want to take care of him. I don't even want to take care of my own daddy because of what he did to me. And you might be going through the same thing. So it might be a thing for us to realize we're the same spirit. Look in the mirror. Hi, reflection. That's what I'm going to end up like if I don't make sure I get on my P's and Q's because I might end up having to take care of my father for the rest of my life. And I don't want that. What's this behind me? Does it have a meaning? Okay, this is your chakras. This is what happens to your spirit when you finally expand. So your chakras all light up, and then your eye opens up all the way up there. You can see everything above you, and that's your crown. And then you see above that has little swirls. It's like a bigger crown outside of the crown, like a massive crown. Like you have your crown. Like you look at my ponytail, you see my ponytail, but then you have your crown, which is like a presence of your aura above you. But living in a two-bedroom or two-bedroom apartment on the second floor, it kind of like throws that energy off because it's like it's always somebody upstairs in your crown chakra versus us thinking about living right next to each other. We always like, oh, I'm on top of you, so my feet get to be on top of your head. And it's like, nah, actually, your feet shouldn't be nowhere near my head or my back. Actually. And no matter how much energy they try to take from you, they realize they can't get the sun unless they let you lead. That's why you just gotta let people sometimes do what they do. It's like, okay, I mean, I guess you keep doing that, but you're not gonna get the results that you want by doing it the way you want to do it. God said this way and y'all want to go that way, but then you want to tell me that I don't believe in God. It don't matter how much energy you try to steal from somebody, everybody's looking, it's like, dang, this nigga still going at it. How she not, like I said in my song, how she ate in 5 days and she still some God body? How she ain't because I'm God body. That's it. You're doing this to God, baby. You determining your own karma by continuing to BS. So these are levels of consciousness, basically. Of course. Let's go through it. Okay, your root chakra down here in the red is behind the chair, obviously, right? Your stability, your support. Oh, let me scoot all the way over. Please don't fall. Let me go hold on to the shredder. But there's something beneath that, right? You see this little swirl right here? I was feeling this on my legs, on my thighs for a long time, and I couldn't understand what I kept feeling, right? That's you locking your energy into the earth, right? That's your earth star down there. That's your black star. Okay. It looked like a set of eyeballs, don't it? But it come out of your bottom and it swirls down. It's supposed to be like where your knees are supposed to be at. But when you go into lotus position, you sit down, it's supposed to be you locking into the earth, grounding yourself. And I would always feel that every single time I would go pick up my friend. I couldn't understand what that feeling was. It felt like it was just wrapping around my legs. I'm like, what is this? I hated it. Sometimes we don't even realize that we are literally locking into someone else sitting on their lap. So sometimes as a woman, you feel what's going on in the man's body that you're now sitting on. And that could have been me sitting in lotus on top of somebody else's lap, but I could feel what's going on in their body. Every time I pull up, that's what they feel like, right? Not a mosquito, but the understanding of the female being sitting in lotus on her man's lap. So that's the earth star, your grounding star. But then we go to the red, because this is what you teach, or what they teach you, the basic stuff, right? This is at the bottom of your spine, right where your tailbone is, your root chakra. That's security, stability, like family, money, home life. When you're not home, when I was homeless, that was unstable. So this is a very stabilizing chakra. This is the foundation. It's really the foundation starts down here, but the foundation, the basics, what they're highlighting on this particular mural behind me. Then we have the sacral chakra, your creative chakra. Well, just like I showed y'all with this right here, is where you create this. This could be a kid, this could be a business, this could be a car, an idea, creating this, putting your energy with another if this is a female, putting this with a masculine and creating something, a child, a business, a life. This is your desires, your creations. You do that with your sacral energy. That's why it's orange, right? Coming up out of stuff, you creating the life. I want to get married. I want to create a marriage. You know, I want to create kids in my marriage. I want to create my business. I want to create my I don't know, my dream car. I want to build it from scratch. Creation. Then after that, you go up to the yellow, the solar plexus, and that is your confidence. Once you have created everything you want in life, you become a confident person. You created a kid. I'm confident. I'm fertile. I'm a woman. I'm a man. I can create life. I created a business. I created a marriage. I created a family, stability. I created these things. You become confident. Now, the thing about all of these chakras is they also have a downside. So security and stability can look like, on a negative tip, it could look like the love of money being the thing that makes you feel secure. So if you don't have money, you don't feel secure. So people who are not spiritually balanced, they can have a bunch of money, but they have a weak root chakra because as soon as they don't have money, they feel like everything's falling apart. I have money, I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I don't have a home, I'm fine. That's why people go through a period of homelessness, indecisiveness. People go through things where they don't have a job. It tests your spirit. This becomes strong when your spirit becomes strong. You have to lose out on things for this area in the bottom of your spine, right where your tailbone is, to feel strong. If you can't live without money, you can't live without a job, you can't live without a house, a home, then this root chakra isn't truly stable. This gets tested in spirit. You learn about this in a 3D and you build this. Like, I've already built this. When I lived in my other apartment, I had built all this. But then I had to become homeless and rebuild it in my spirit. That's why I met a friend. His name was Sex, Love, Spirit. I never understand. He's like, because people usually want sex, love, and then spirit, but then they realize you're supposed to meet somebody's spirit, then fall in love with them, and then have sex with them. People learn it backwards because it's gonna feel so good, and he gonna love me, and then you get in your spirit and your soul and realize, oh, he tried to snatch my soul. Oh, my spirit I don't like this nigga no more. Why don't I like him? Then y'all break up, and you in your spirit, you outside. We outside, and then you start learning everything on a spiritual level. Then you got to go through all of this all over again. Then you learn to love people at the crown chakra, and then work your way down, right? Because if your spirit not locked in with somebody and y'all don't really love each other, y'all can't get to stability together. Like my last relationship, we our spirits was there, but we couldn't get to the love part because it's like you think like this and I think like this, so the stability was never going to happen. Now, when we forced it, and I still went to work, and he stayed at home, and he did his YouTube, oh, he still was making money. Everything was good. I had enough money to come home. We eating food every night. I was homeless because we didn't have a home. We didn't have stability because he wasn't doing what he needed to do. But then I eventually finally got the apartment while that was happening. But then I lost my job because his spirit was mad about what I was going through at work, and the spirits was all fighting at work and modern day America. You need to be submissive. I'm your boss. I'm like, you my boss, but you do realize my spirit has a high calling to judge everyone's spirit, and you're being a very disrespectful person as a boss. So it became conflicting, and that's when I lost my job right before I moved here. I was making like 350, $500 a week, easy, just doing hair all day. I didn't have to do shit. I think I was making like what, $18, $15 an hour, something like that. Getting about $100 in tips a day. Like shit was easy, good money, hair cuttery. But again, sex, love, spirits versus spirit, then love, and then sex. So you learn all this in 3D, then you lose it all because they say only a real boss could lose it all and get it back. That's what that whole entire understanding is about. To lose everything spiritual or lose everything physically and then get it back in a spiritual life. That's how you keep elevating. So every 10 years, you go through this. I'm 30. It's my third time around going through this. I went through it with my parents first, then I did it in my 20s by myself, my 3D, my physical experience. And now in my 30s, I'm doing it in my spiritual experience. And 33, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If we think about the chakras, we working on our heart right now. Well, really, it's supposed to be our confidence. But again, if you're working from the sun out, then it would be, again, your mind, then your voice, and then your heart. And then you're going to get into confidence and then creating whatever you want to. Understanding why older people like to have sex so much and they like the vibe so much because they need that kind of energy, and then their security and stability is built. So it goes forward and backward. So I'm on year third. I'm in my 30s now. So we're doing this the third time around. So that you do this every 10 years. You got to go through this cycle. Every 10 years, you're going to lose it all and get it back. Lose it all and get it back. It's going to test your marriage. It's going to test your relationship. This is what you do every 10 years. You build up your spirit every 10 years. You get it. I'm 30 now. I get three people. I'm three me's now. My son's still just two hims. He really not even two him. He's still really one him. He's almost two him. He's not 20 yet. You get that? He's not 20 yet. So he doesn't get to have two of him stacked on top of him. That's why older people are like, well, I'm taller than you. It's like, yeah, but I'm still who I am in spirit. My spirit was already 90 years old when I was born because I was ushered into this. My life is just different. I had 90-year-olds around me when I was christened. So my spirit was already there. I was overhead of my family. Shit just it's some stuff you just can't understand because I can't question why the sun is the sun. I can't question why the tree is the tree. I just got to know that it is what it is. I know who I am. All right. So then again, your confidence comes up after you've created something. Then you fall in love with your creations and your confidence. If you can balance your ego, it's like, bitch, I created 25 businesses. You ain't gotta ever speak to me, and I could smash any of these bitches. Fuck you talking about. Bop, bop, bop. We stepping on bitches' heads. Fuck you talking about, bitch. Oh, that's ego. I'm clocking your shit back. You in my pussy. This my pussy. My power. That's ego. That's not confidence. Confidence is like, oh wow, that's a really beautiful woman right there. She's strong. I could never do that. Oh, she was going through all that before I got here? Girl, you strong as shit. Okay. Confident. Hi. You're really pretty. I just wanted to let you know that I've seen you a few times around the neighborhood. You're really pretty. Hmm. Yeah. Confidence, because confident people give compliments. People who are not confident do not compliment you on anything. They hate on everything you do. They hate everything about you, everything about you. They hate it all. If they're truly confident, they can give you a compliment. Your hair look real nice today, girl. Your skin glowing. What you use on your face? They don't give you compliments. They're not confident. They're still in their ego. Okay. Then you fall in love with your creations and your balanced confidence. Then you get to be able to be in your throat chakra. You get to communicate effectively and authoritatively and directly with people. Your voice doesn't fall to the back where people can't hear you because now you're able to speak with your throat chakra. It's activated. People have to listen when you speak. You're speaking your life into existence. That's why recently we had we had Venus and Jupiter in conjunction. Now, what you can see here is that the root chakra and the crown chakra are supposed to be in alignment, and the third eye and the creation is supposed to be in alignment because your vision is supposed to be what you create, and you're supposed to speak to get confidence. But this recent planetary alignment had Venus next to the creation because we were supposed to speak our creations into existence for this next chapter, this new world we're moving into. So everyone's supposed to be speaking about who they wanted to be with, who they want to create life with, what they wanted to see more. It was a period for us to focus on that. So when your throat chakra is open, you can communicate effectively without mumbling and feeling like you're being stabbed in the throat, because your throat chakra is how you articulate, communicate, and vibrate how you feel to the rest of the world. Singing, poetry, public speaking, being a person who's speaking life into existence. I want to see you live. I want to see you exist. I like to sing. I like to poetry. My voice. To have a strong throat chakra is troubling these days because the world wants us silent. Do you want the red pill, security and protection? Or do you want the blue pill, the truth? The truth is, most of us are just spirits out here looking for more energy. Most people, I'm not dead, she did, vampire, zombie. The truth is, we're all spirits having a human experience. And that's a beautiful thing. The truth is also, your spirit might be trying to make sure that my spirit don't know who I am spiritually. Right. Halt all the AC, or your spirit might not want me to know who I am. My spirit wants everybody to know who they are because I'm like, go on the journey, figure it out. It's a beautiful thing when you get there, when you're with the people that you're creating life with and enjoying the creations. And then once you get past the throat chakra and everything that you're communicating, I don't like it when you touch me like that. I don't like it when you chin check me like that. I don't like it when you feel like you could stomp on me and mess up my vibration because it hurts my shoulders when you do that. And when my shoulders are hurting, I can't be in my full authority and I can't be who I am to the world. I don't like it when you steal my shine. I don't like it when you siphon my energy. I don't like it when your vagina touches mine. I don't like sharing that kind of energy with you because you give your energy to too many people who don't respect me. That's the only reason I don't want to rub feminine energy up on you, because you give my energy to all those people and they don't like me. They're always rude to me. I don't want to give my jewels to people who are not polite to me. And I don't want you to do the same either. So I want to respect your space and give you that distance because you don't want that, right? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Disconnect respectfully, communicating things. Not saying that bitch get on my fucking nerves, and I hope she heard me say I don't like you, bitch. That's how you use your words to conjure up, because we spell. We're doing spelling. We're casting spells. We don't want to speak negativity into our universe. I hope that bitch die. All them bitches dead. Why would you want to even put that energy on somebody's spirit? That's why people's throat chakras get closed down, because other energies don't want you to manifest things like that. It's not just one person, it's multiple energies doing that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get you up out of here because you're not respecting the space. You don't have to be here. Communicating effectively versus saying, who this? Communicating effectively. You're not respecting the space. I got to get you up out of here. Communicating effectively. Then we have the purple here, the vision, the zone six God. Oh, 666 is the devil. Oh, we're in zone 6 right now. We're still creating the vision, and most people can't get there because after the vision is the pink, which is the crown. We can't get to the crown chakra and get the seventh heaven. Or you remember Seven Heaven, whatever that show was back in the day, or ABC, whatever that was, NBC. We can't get there because everybody's vision is skewed. Everybody's too worried about money, security, sex. Money, security, sex, ego. I feel like I'm in hell. Yeah, because you're living a hellish reality. Your aura is still giving yellow, orange, red without any green, blue, or purple. See, I love the people who I see the blue in. Like I saw, like my ex, I ain't gonna lie, he had a lot of blue in him. He had a lot of things to say. But I also saw the orange and the yellow and the red coming out of his feet. And it was like it was melting, it was going down. It was like, oh, so you are high in your spirit. So you are on my platform. You are up here. I see you. But I also see the other frequencies and versions of you beneath your feet. But I'm just disgusted that you know that we're not supposed to be next to each other. You still trying to come next to me because I ain't trying to get in trouble. That's me communicating effectively without saying anything because I'm not supposed to be talking to you. My throat chakra is not supposed to be open to you right now. But I can see the other versions of you, the other levels of consciousness beneath you, to be able to see the light in people. Like I could see all the other dimensions beneath you. We could go down there. I know how to go down there. We don't have to be down there though. And I hate when other people see people in their purple and their blue and their pink and they're white and they're clear and they continue to try to take other people down out of that, like everybody isn't outside in their own spirit. That's where I find the disrespect at. Because it's like a lot of us are actually here in the vision. That's crazy. People still trying to steal next door. You can't steal. They all stealing. You can't steal what's not yours. The sun not gonna come up because y'all trying to steal what's not yours. Y'all not letting people be where they supposed to be at on top of their game. You can't steal from the sun. You gotta let the sun shine on you. But again, the vision is no division. But we can't get there because people need to. I'm white. I'm black. I'm spiritual. I'm gay. I'm a woman. I'm a man. I'm a child. I'm older than you. I'm a mason. I'm a senior. I'm a cosmetologist. I'm a worker. I'm a stripper. We all spirits and energy and frequency. The vision is no division, but division is what everybody wants. Because I'm trying to get to division, which is division, but everybody's trying to get to division, which is dividing. Like division, like y'all see division over there, right? Like division is we all chilling in heaven. You know, you over there baking your little whatever fruit. You over there picking your fruit. You over there sucking dick. That's what you like to do. You over there bouncing it on, bounce, bounce, bounce it on. You over there taking care of children. You over there cutting hair. You over there playing with all the animals. Everybody doing what they're doing in their area. That's what heaven is about. People don't want to believe it, but God don't judge you for what you do because everybody has a job. If you a freak, you a freak. Didn't Mary Magdalene wash Jesus' feet? She was a hoe. Wasn't his mother's name Mary too? Don't y'all can't y'all see what's going on in the Bible? Y'all keep talking about the Bible, the Bible. The lady who was the biggest hoe in town had the same name as his mother and washed his feet. His mother came and wiped his face with a veil when he was bleeding, when he was being crucified with a thorn crown. You're supposed to get married to be a woman to understand how to treat a man no matter what's going on with him because that's what Mary did. That's why you marry a man because you got to be his footstool and his confidant and his backbone. A man is only as strong as his woman. The fan is only as powerful as the socket you plug it in. If it needs more power than what the plug can provide, the fan not going to turn on. And that's just what it is. But a lot of times people be plugging surge protectors into plugs without their permission and getting 25 different fans on the same surge. And then the damn socket about to blow out. And everybody, she ain't got no energy. She dead. But y'all done plugged up a damn surge protector in her ass without her permission, all up in her spine and trying to rob her of all of her resources. Mother Nature. Let's talk about it. Y'all done destroyed the thing that's protecting her. There's a plug that she put inside the surge to protect the plug so everybody couldn't put their stuff in it so that a baby can't stick a bobby pin in the wall. She put the plastic thing in there and said, "Don't nobody come in here." And y'all moved that out the way and still put y'all big ass surge protector in it. And everybody plugged their plugs up on the low and was trying to get high on their own supply instead of doing the work so that they could fly. Division, right? They don't want everybody third eye open because if you saw half of the stuff that's going on in the world, you realize you probably a plug that's being overused. That's why you ain't got no energy to go to work or do anything for yourself because they got too many things plugged up in your ass. But you don't want to do the spiritual work and clean your ass out. But then when somebody else cleans their ass out, wait, that was rude. Don't leave me behind. It's not my job to carry you. I'm here to teach you a lesson so you can carry yourself. Get all that shit out your ass and clean your spirit up. You'd have more energy every day. We're all here teaching each other the same thing. Division, no division. Because everybody's learning the same lesson. That's why we all in schools together. God made us all live around each other at the same time. You 50, you 70, you 60, you 20 something, I'm 30. We all live together next to a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old and some kids and some Asian people over there that's in their 80s because we all had a lesson to learn at the same time. You can go to college and be any age. It's 50-year-olds in college, it's 80-year-olds in college. We in college now. We supposed to be getting our major on so we can master our energy for the next dimension. That's why we all in class together. Well, why is my teacher younger than me? Because sometimes you go to school and your teacher is younger than you. Like you can go to college and have a young professor. They got to that level before you. It's okay. It was in their spirit to get there to teach you something that you needed to know. And it's for you as an elder who understands all this to officiate, say, yeah, 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 and co-sign, yeah. Oh, I never thought about it like, but yeah, yeah. That's y'all's job. We all got jobs. Spiritual jobs. Because again, we went through this in the 3D already, but now we got to go through this in the 5D. We're going to keep going up and down this every 10 years. You got to go be through another spiritual death, another spiritual elevation. Because the day you stop learning is the day you start doing what class? Dying. You have to be a student of life forever until the day you want to be an old dog stuck in your old ways. I don't give a fuck what they talking about over there, bitch. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep on learning because one day they might tell us that we could fly on our feet. The last time I checked, when I get in my spirit, I'd be on my tippy toes about to damn near fly. And they told us that slaves could fly. That's the only reason they put us in chains because we could fly. Because black people knew how to levitate. There's people out here, David Blaine, and everybody levitating. If they could levitate, why can't I levitate? If I fast for 5 days and I start floating in the sky off my feet, you can't tell me. Everybody's sitting here looking at my feet floating, and I'm sitting here. I can't even control it. I'm floating. I'm looking like, oh shit, I'm about to fall over. I'm in jail floating. People in jail looking at me like, oh my fucking god, this bitch is levitating in jail. I'm like, I know, right? I'm looking at it too. I'm scared too. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bitch. I don't know what's going on either, but it's going on. God said, so I'm just here for the flight. Do you want to get? Do you want to catch the flight too? Get to fasting. Get to not eating food for 5 days. Sit with your spirits. Talk to yourself. I done did this work already. I'm just here to show you that it's possible. Your baby father in prison. He can't. He already done fasted for 40 days and did Ramadan in prison plenty of times. His spirit can fly. What you talking about? If I was flying in jail, why can't he fly in prison? What you talking about? Energy is energy, which cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. If someone able to master their energy and be higher frequency than another spirit that's next to it, how do you judge that spirit because its frequency can float? Has nothing to do with what crime you did. Because at the end of the day, everybody know why people created crime and why crime was committed. Because last time I checked, wasn't all black people robbed and raped? So wouldn't that mean that every single person that ever did that to a person should be in jail right now and be going through pain and agony? Oh, that's why people who don't look like us is going through getting burnt up by the sun. It's not our fault. Y'all wouldn't have to get burnt up by the sun because sunburn wasn't even a thing. I don't think they even talked about having sunburn back in history books. That's something that God had to give you so that you could learn to humble yourself. And until you do that, we can't all fly together. You can't graduate with me because you won't learn a lesson. Duh. I can't graduate with certain person because I didn't learn a lesson. Duh. That's all it be for real. People who's trying to teach you that same lesson that you finally learned today, they come back, you learned a lesson, you there, oh shit. Or God said, you learned a lesson, it's time for you to go back and start teaching the people that tried to, because you might need to help them because they supposed to be with you, but they forgot. So we need you to go back and teach them the lesson because they don't know what's going on right now. So we need you to go back to them real quick and make sure that they learn the lesson. And sometimes it's God saying, "Hey, hey, 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 you good on da 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 da. Okay, I need you to go and get so and so and so so because they falling behind because they got so and so next to them. So I need you to go over there and go get that. All right, bet." Then once we finally all get past division and all the division of I'm racially smarter than you. Racism don't exist. Y'all know white people just want to be with the black people because they don't want to burn in the sun no more. Y'all know they ain't really racist no more. They love us like shit. They really do. They just want to burn up the ones that like be beating their ass because they be getting mad at their karma. But they gotta get their ass beat for a few decades too. They gotta go through their 400 years of getting their ass whooped, unless they decide to stop whooping ass, and then they can finally stop getting their asses whooped. That's all. I'm pretty sure them racist dudes over there, one day they gonna learn to just stop fucking around. Yeah, long hair dude, he gonna learn to stop putting his dick in everybody's throat. He gonna learn, or maybe somebody doing it to him now because he did it to so many people. He got to experience it. But whoever doing it to him gonna finally, or maybe that's just burned in his spirit because that's something that he wanted to do forever. So now he got to live with that feeling in his spirit. They burned up so many people. They gotta burn now. That's why they be burning in the sun. That's why the sun getting so hot. We're gonna send out fake clouds. No, no, no. God wants your ass to burn for all them years that y'all was crucifying people in front of their houses and burning their asses up. God needs y'all to feel that fire. Go outside and burn a little bit. That's all, baby. That's it. And once you feel like how we felt when we was getting crucified and burnt in front of our houses, getting our titties cut off, getting our dicks cut off in front of our children, getting castrated, y'all having picnics, picking knickers, and cutting their intestines out and eating us. We don't want to eat y'all. What the fuck? Ew. But y'all gotta feel how that shit feels. So when somebody come around and eat your ass down because y'all still on that racist bullshit, y'all gotta feel that shit. Just like we had to feel that shit for 400 years and we ain't do shit. We was minding our business, eating good and dressing in gold and stuff. Y'all came over us like, yeah, come over here and work for us because we see y'all strong. Yeah, we strong, but we don't want to work for you. What you mean you ain't gonna work for me? That's division. And until y'all get past the division of what y'all have created, we can't all coexist. We're not gonna be able to coexist until everybody can deal with the fact that you keep putting your hands on me. That's why you getting your ass whooped. I don't put my hands on you. I don't tell my son to put his hands on you. Don't put your hands on me. Africa never coexisted. Africa don't have to coexist, but Africa still has to respect other people from Africa too. Like my ancestors is Gambian. I can't control the fact that somebody in my family got kidnapped and got taken to Africa. I mean to America by some Canadians, and we had to be slaves for 400 years. And a few of us got raped by some people with light eyes, and that's why my brother's eyes is blue and green, and his hair is blonde, and my other brother got brown hair with hazel eyes. I can't get that's not my fucking fault. That my great grandparents had to lie and say that they was white to go to school and change their year that they was born to get to school. That's not my fault that my great grandmother and her brothers and sisters had to go through that. That's something that we had to do to survive. Just like people gotta kill antelopes and shit to survive. Lions gotta bite the shit out of an antelope neck. Crocodile gotta eat an antelope when it's not paying attention to survive. That's what it is. But at the same time, we're humans. Our consciousness is on a different level. We're not just out here. We ain't gotta do that shit no more. We not cannibals out here. We can grow our food. We can coexist. So we don't have to act like that. That's why our ancestors, when they used to eat chickens and stuff, they used to actually like pray over the chicken, ask God for forgiveness for killing the animal, asking for permission to kill the animal before they would cut the throat of the chicken and drain the blood and cut the chicken, cut the goat neck and hang it upside down, let all the blood come out naturally, and then go from there to eat the food. They wasn't putting them in machines and laughing at them getting their legs chopped off while they halfway alive. They was praying over the thing and suffocating it slowly and asking for forgiveness and putting it out of its misery directly, immediately, through understanding the anatomy of the animal. We got motherfuckers in factories. Yeah, yeah, fucking yeah. Throwing a cat. Screaming, getting his leg chopped off with pus coming out the side of his neck because it was sitting in feces the whole entire time. It was getting fucked in the ass by a person fisting the damn cow in the ass to make it lactate more for us to get milk that we ain't even supposed to be drinking. Then we wonder why America fucked up. We drinking fucking fat infested and pus infested fucking milk instead of drinking almond milk and oat milk and almond milk. Like we got milk that we can make out of plants, and we sitting here putting our fist up in the asses of cows, making them lactate and laughing about it in the factory all day, wondering why motherfuckers walk around with karma and pus and big ass boils on their asses and shit, get burnt up by the sun. Because you don't usually see no black farmers doing no shit like that when you look in these factories. But that's another thing, that's something that their parents taught them. So that goes back to the original lesson of we got to be more mindful of what we're creating when we're co-creating and making children. It's, sometimes God don't want you to get pregnant by certain people because they spirit ain't right. This spirit ain't right. So you can't grow that in your womb because y'all, the way y'all minds think, y'all spirit can't create love. So we can't let you produce and create any kind of stability in this world because y'all spirit's gonna keep on conflicting. We not going through that again. We already went through that. Your world has already gone through that. I've already had a husband and a kid already. He's in prison. He kept wanting to steal from people. He didn't learn. So he has to learn his lesson. He's learning and he's understanding how to not steal and how to continue to give freely, no matter how bad it hurts. You got to give it because you stole it, right? So my next marriage or my next child bearing situation, if I'm going from spirit down to sex this time around, I wouldn't be doing that again because of my consciousness level. I can't co-create with someone who's still stealing from people because I can't learn the same lesson twice in my soul. I already learned it in my soul. So then when we all can finally get our vision correctly, then you get to live in the sun. There's a lot of people who get to live in the sun together. We exist out here together. I see y'all. I see y'all sunny, bright spirits. You white and pink, lovely, divine beings out there. I see y'all in the shot. I look down. I see it. I saw the person trying to steal. Yeah. Y'all saw that last night too, right? You trying to steal my womb. Yeah. Y'all saw that? How that happened last night? Try to knock that over. But I see the lovely pink spirits out there. Everything's pink, you know. Women, we're pink on the inside. No matter how our skin looks on the outside. Everybody's pink on the inside. And that's the beauty of it all. When we get to the pink world, we finally understand that on the inside, we don't look different. Even my son, years ago, said, Mom, we're all just sperm trying to run and find a new egg. We got children out here more conscious than adults. We all just sperm trying to get to the egg, Mom. But sometimes you're moving too fast for a lot of people to understand what's going on. So you gotta slow down for some people. Because everybody's not ready to realize that we all inside out already. Look inside, you're gonna see, oh, well, I never thought about it like that. Oh, we are all at the same time. Yes, it's all of us at the same time. We can all make it home at the same time. Yup. If we just decide to get past division. Why you don't like black people? Get over it. Why you don't like African people? Get over. Why you don't like young people? Get over it. Why you don't like old people? Get over it. Why you don't like sexually active people? Get over it. Everybody has a job out here. Everybody pushing some part of the body of life. Let everybody do their job. Ew. And some people just like what they like, man. You can't get mad at that. Hey, if I like lobster tail instead of shrimp, it is what it is. I've learned all religions. I've learned Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Comedics, Judaism. I've studied it all. I've had friends from all walks of life. I have Jewish friends. I've nannied for Jewish people, Jewish lawyers. I've worked at the JCC. I've nannied the Jews, if I didn't say that already. You know, I've been in their households. I understand how they stuff operate, what they eat, monster crackers and stuff like that. I get what they get. I get it. I get their life. I understand why they have to wear sunscreen. I had to make sure the kids was safe. Like the redheads got to wear a lot of sunscreen. Got to wear like SPF 70. I get it. It's their life. It's what they live. You know, they speak in Hebrew. I get it. They want their own identity. They want to feel different. They want to feel safe in their identity. But we got to all forget that identity because one day we're all going to have to go back inside. And when you go inside, everything's pink. And the next go around, you're going to live the life of the people that you hated the most. If you have to come back, if you don't learn all the lessons when you come, when you leave this time. So that's why I like looked in the mirror one time in my spirit and I saw myself look in the mirror. I was a white lady with red eyes. I was like, oh no. I had to learn my lessons or else that's where I was going to end up at. I learned my lesson. I don't hate y'all. Y'all cool. I get it. I get it. Y'all want your identity. Y'all want to find some way to exist that matters in this world that where y'all not feeling like y'all hated on no more. And that's that group of white people. Then the Jewish people, they like, well, we got hated on. We want our respect for making it through. And it's like we respect y'all, but stop trying to whitewash everything and say y'all gonna eat our babies and do what y'all gotta do to survive. Like, bro, we went through racism just like y'all went through the Holocaust. Why y'all can't see yourself? Black people look at Africans like we get y'all coming over here to the country to get rich and all that, but did y'all forget that we had to come over here too? And we trying to get rich and become lawyers and doctors. Oh, y'all American people like the white people so y'all can become lawyer, doctor, stupidness. Y'all be working for American people being done, stupid. Well, you work at the hotel. You working for them too. You was a nurse. You doing root work on everybody's spine for them. You joined the doctors coalition and got Kundalini activated by the doctors over there at when you went through your residency, because that's where your spirit resides. That's where your home is at the hospital now. That's what a residency is all about. You did the same thing. Why do you hate me? I see you. I respect what you got to go through. You coming over here to get American money, take back home, build a house back home. Well, unfortunately, this is my home because, you know, my ancestors was born here. I want to go back to Gambia. I want to eat mangoes all day. I want to eat cashews all day. I love that shit. That's my favorite foods. What you talking about? Gambia and Ghana was best friends. Gold Coast. We had shared the same currency. And that's when everything was going up and we became the Gold Coast. My friend I met from back in the day that I grew up with, Ghana boy. So my best client, Ghana boy. He used to give me $150, no problem, for cornrows on the top of his head. He had both sides of his head shaved and would still leave me and go directly and get a haircut afterwards. They own like an old people home and they owned a company where they just took care of old people all day. Respectful boys. I worked for everybody all through the whole entire world. I don't hate nobody. So the next time I come back, I know I'm gonna be good. Life gonna be sweet. Hispanics problems with it. Y'all, my cousin Catherine, who wasn't even my cousin, growing up at her house, Dominicans, look, eating garlic and all that. Her mother was a nurse. She could, oh, let's go so for I can come to. For, do you have enough money for I can come with you? And I'll be like, why she keep saying for I can come? Not realizing they say por and para. Like, yo necesito hacer de para para like, because that para and por is for instead of so. They don't have the word so. They have for. But still respecting her accent and everything and think it was the cutest thing. That's I don't hate nobody. I've been through everybody's life. Asian people hate them for what? I get y'all grandparents strong as shit and y'all got Buddhism. Hate y'all for what? I get y'all way of life. I understand why Hispanic people want to be Catholics and Christians and want to go, oh, Jesus Cristo. They need something because we don't have a religion that really leans towards anything about Hispanic culture. So they went to Christianity because it's one of the most popular religions. My, my ex is Haitian. I get why y'all do hoodoo. Y'all had to protect yourselves from American people because Americans keep trying to go to Haiti and fuck them up, and that's why Americans be getting fucked up every single time they go down to Haiti. Earthquakes and shit. Because they got their independency long before everybody else did. They was definitely doing their thing. And Americans hated that shit. That's why they hate on Haitians so bad. Because they who do work. What they know how to do work. They know how to put people in their place. Because that's how they got free. So I get it. I get why Africans do voodoo. We had to do voodoo and things so that we can make it through slavery. Keep our spirit high enough to get strong enough to get past massa. I get it. I get it. I don't understand how everybody else can't get it. And it's not through letting everybody in your pussy to get it. It's marrying somebody you want to create a good life with. That's it. But if you leave me on the bottom, I ain't gonna lie to you, we can't go nowhere. So I mean, I could carry all this weight right now, but I gotta get y'all off my back. Cause if I don't, we not gonna see the sun today. And I know y'all want to see the sun. So I gotta kind of like get all this stuff off my head. I gotta get you out my space. I love you. But if your mind still ain't right, you still think about division and overthrowing somebody else's empire, just for you to be on top by yourself, and you're not thinking about like when I get up here, if I had $1 million, like for real, okay, on real spit, right? If I was a millionaire, right, and I could give everybody money, I really be wanting to go around and ask you like, what business do you want to run? Like, what do you want to do for the next 10 years of your life? So I could fund you, like I could be like your co-signer on your spirit, so you could do shit like that. Like, what you want to do, so I could like sign for you. That's how I feel about my spirit. But when I see that you be out here, boom, boom, Hulk smashing everybody for no reason, like I can't stand behind that. I hacked you. I hacked you. I hacked you. I hear you talking to children like that all day. I can't stand behind you. Oh, that little nigga want to hack me. I'ma hack him. I can't stand behind your spirit because you creating negativity. Your spirit think you're supposed to be on top, and the way that your mind thinks shows you still need to be at the bottom, and you need to come back through all of this again. You need to learn security and stability. You need to learn how to create with people. You need to learn how to get out of your ego and learn how to be confident. You need to learn how to love people. You need to learn how to communicate with people the right way. If somebody say they don't want to hear stuff from booty holes, booty hole, people don't want to hear that. Their children listening. Why you keep saying that? What's wrong with you? That's why we experiencing division, and you can't make it to heaven with me because what are you doing? You can't, you can go to heaven with somebody else. That heaven don't exist over here on this frequency. That heaven can exist over there on the other side of the earth somewhere else, but not here. Respectfully. Booty hole. We in each other booty hole. Why you keep saying that, bro? Even if everybody is in somebody booty hole, why you want to keep children is listening? You think just because we adults, we the only one that can hear? Children can hear us more than adults can hear us. My pussy on top of your head. That's my pussy. The children are listening. They can hear us. They listening all the time. But hopefully y'all get the message. The chakras are from Ayurveda. The chakras all started in Hinduism, but chakras are really just your spine and people studying the nervous system. We probably originated with Egyptians and the original people, the Hindus and all of that. Like people just started studying their body. I can't help that I got this birthmark here. I can't help that my forehead looks like a big ass eyeball right here. What do you want me to do about it? You saw it too, right? Yeah. I can't help that my hairline goes backwards right here instead of forward. Like everybody else got widow's peaks. I got a missing forehead in the middle. But when you look closely, it's all a bunch of hair right there. It's the weirdest thing, my hairline. Can't help it. It's who I am. Can't help it I had eyebrows when I was born. There's a lot of people who don't have eyebrows. They can't help it. Most of my siblings don't have eyebrows. I do. I can't help it. I can't help it if you like sex. But one thing I can't do is feed your spirit more than I feed my own spirit. Because if I feed your spirit, then we all gonna be looking dead. Where's the sun at? You feel like you on top of the world because you ate down, but everybody else, I can't do that. That's not where you at right now. Because letting you do that, you would hurt people in that position. And you've shown that multiple times. That when you get there and you try to, you see, I already see them blocking again. I can see the spirit going right across my ceiling. You get there and you get that much energy and you do everything but the right thing. I can see it. It looked like a triangle that's big and blue in the middle of my bedroom. I can see it. I'm looking at it. I can see you. Can you see me? Because if you could see me, you wouldn't treat me the way that you treat me. I seen you in your spirit. Your body count is the highest here. Relax. That could be true. And I got 32 flavors of that bootylicious bubble gum. Raspberry, grape, cherry. Come and get this honey, mom. Yummy, yum, baby. Not your ordinary lady known to drive a crazy Willy Wonka for they pay me. Yeah. Care? I did what I did when I was young. I don't do that anymore. Like, I wanted to taste all the flavors of ice cream and make sure the one that I chose was one that I was actually going to like. They don't give women the ability to do that. They say, men, you can taste every single kind of ice cream flavor and then get married and still be a cheater and be okay. Because your appetite says that you need to be polyamorous. But if a woman decides, let me taste a few flavors of ice cream out here to make sure that the one that I marry is at least my favorite, so that whoever I do decide to give my body to for eternity and let them stay inside of my home for eternity, I actually enjoy their presence. I know that they're going to please my body the way that I need to be pleased in order for me to entertain this spirit until I'm dead. When women do it, it's a bad thing. Oh my, she had sex with 44 men. She's 32 and she slept with 44 men. Niggas. You slept with 100 bitches, bro, last year? My nigga. That's what I'm talking about here. Let them know what we got going on. But then his spirit spent all over the goddamn world and he need to get put back together and he don't want to get the Carfax on his dick. The car done been ran into the damn dirt. Barely got any parts. He can't even see he running on goddamn E and literally only got axles and a steering wheel in front of him with one seat, all the seats in the car on fire, burning, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and everything else. Talking about some, yeah, come get in my whip, girl. You know I got it. But the girl done slept with 44 men and still got a premium deluxe BMW Mercedes Benz truck that got barely anybody in it. Clean rims, leather seats, peanut butter, smell like leather on the inside, brand new BMW smell. Nice ass car, fast car, clean car. Ain't nobody barely been in it but them 44 people. And got a detail. But that girl's nasty. And look, and gets the oil changed every time it needs to get changed. Gets the STD panel testing, gets the pap smears, gets the boric. I don't take boric acid. I just eat healthy. But puts the premium gas in the car, eats healthy, doesn't have odor, doesn't have smell, doesn't have lots of discharge regularly. Hmm. That girl nasty, but the man who slept with 100 women with the car on fire with no Carfax, so no record of the mileage on the car or anything, or any car repairs needed to be done, or who's been in the car, who's owned the car for the last 6 months, because you can't fucking tell, because there's so many damn spirits flying out that nigga ass. That man is nasty. Oh no, see, that man is a king, but the woman who has 44 bodies with the clean car, with the Carfax, with the detail, with all the details of who's been in the car for the last 5 years, literally for the last 5 years. Every single person is accounted for, first and last name, area code, all that, zip code, all that. Everything's accounted for. With the testing done, that girl's nasty. Y'all really got to get y'all heads out y'all asses. Oh, she slept 44 men because she wanted to make sure she married the right man. He slept with 100 girls last year. He on his shit. I'm talking about nigga slashing everything coming through. What you talking about? My nigga got that gang dangling dick up in that motherfucker. He got his dick in every single spirit in the neighborhood. Then wonder why he can't get no sleep at night. Got his dick in about 400,000 people trying to figure out why he got so many spirits floating around his aura outside. Huh? All right, y'all. I digress. But y'all really got to really think about what y'all be saying about people because it don't make sense for real. Like, oh, she got herpes, so she a dirty bitch. Wait, she actually knows who's been in her body. Do you? Okay, just making sure I didn't receive a phone call. Okay, that's all, guys. I don't think I'm done. My hair smells so damn good. I just want to shake my head back and forth because my spirit. It's crazy how you realize your spirit actually smell better with somebody that you can't fucking stand. Like, damn, I actually smell really good next to that person. What the hell? Go next to the other person. I don't smell like that when I go over there. Mm-mm, I don't smell that. Hate being exposed. Y'all felt that too in your heart chakra? I know, right? I be feeling that shit too. But y'all can feel it. That's what I'm saying. You gotta realize some spirits are amplifiers. Or rather, my spirit is a manifesting generator. I want everyone to do this homework assignment before they get off alive or when they get off alive. Figure out what your human design is. We have manifestors, generators, projectors, reflectors, and we have manifesting generators. I and my child are manifesting generators. Okay, we manifest and generate energy. That's just what it says. That's what the rules say. It's not what I say, it's what y'all's tests say. Y'all paperwork said it, not me. Y'all said it. But if you find out what your human design is, it'll help you really understand how energy comes in your body, how to really work your body so that you can actually move your vehicle. Right? Because I just start moving my energy now the AC's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gotta really understand how to move your car. So you won't understand your car and your vehicle that you are until you understand what a or which human design you are. So figure out what your human design is and check back in with me tomorrow. I'll be here. I'm not gonna be on live that long tomorrow. If you're a manifesting generator, then you're an amazing person because you manifest what people reflect and project onto you. So there's people who are going to project onto you, and there's people who are going to just reflect what you are. And most of the world is reflectors, which I've learned because most of the things that happen to me, I see my reflection in most people around me. You have a scooter? Me too. You like my skin? Child. Stop playing so much. Actually, I'm done. I've been with the same person for a year and a half. And everybody that wants me is like somebody I already was with before. So it's like not tripping. Somebody is stabbing me in my eyeball, y'all. Crazy as it seems to be this calm while all this is going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and snap back into my own aura. It was nice feeding y'all spirits. But you the throat goat? No, I'm not, unfortunately. I do have someone in my spirit who is being forced to be a throat goat by their weird ass neighbors. All right, that's enough. Well, I gotta go because y'all are being really weird. And yeah, I hope that y'all find some peace. Remember here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between. Because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. My knee feels shot, child. I gotta go ahead and get all these people off this girl. Being everybody's mom is crazy. In the farm. All right, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. And remember, you can't have a better day by trying to make somebody else's day worse. You gotta realize that you gotta work on your own spirit. And it's not gonna be by jumping anybody. Not even the racists. Okay. You gotta learn whatever you put out, you're gonna get back in return. We ain't gotta put our hands on the racists. It's gonna bounce off our spirit and hit them. You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do nothing. You just gotta be in your own spirit. So everybody close your ones up, close your zeros, close your twos, and your threes, and your fours. And while you're at it, close your five in the back. The back door to five is wide open. And close your eight. Close your six if you have one. Close your sevens. Check on that six one more time. Close your nines up. Excuse me. Close your tens up. Close your three up again. Mm. Close your 11s, child. Especially the back doors. Child. Woo! And then close your 12s. Ooh, excuse me. And then while y'all at it, go clean your mohawk off too. Okay? But now y'all see why you're not supposed to be on top of certain people, because we already outside trying to stand on business and y'all just got everybody shit snatched. And now they gotta bring the ambulance. Cause y'all don't be listening to nobody. Okay? This my shit. But I love y'all though. And I love being open when y'all ready to learn a lesson. Cause I'm just here to teach. Be a reflection. Y'all, peace, love, hair grease. Like I said, everything in between. I'm out.